Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the show today. Very happy to have you all here. Hopefully, your weekend was great. For me, it was very busy. I was running around everywhere as usual, and of course, today will be no different. Although it is a beautiful day, there is that. It's still a bit cool, I guess, but I'm sitting here with a kind of lukewarm cup of coffee. But we got a lot to talk about today. A lot of things in the news talking about 40th anniversaries and 50th anniversaries and a lot of that kind of stuff in comic books particularly. And there's a lot of that. So is Marvel going to do anything to show any respect to any of that? No, of course not. I'm sure not. They don't care about anything like that. uh Legacy and stuff,
Yep.
you know but there it is. But we will be talking about a few of them that I think need are worthy of mentioning. But nevertheless, hello, Thunder. How are you?
Hello, Thindare. Do you know that? Or Thindare. Hello, Chester. Do you know that you're a boomer? Do you know what you've done? Do you realize what Discord you're in?
What Discord am I in?
You're in the Drawn and Quartered Discord, not our Discord.
Oh, really? That's interesting. Let me go check. Let me go see. Did I do something
I'm like,
stupid?
where's Chester? Then I looked at the Drawn and Quartered thing. I said, wait a minute.
Oh, goodness gracious. Well, that's all right. That's
uh,
easy to solve. I wonder if I switch over if it's going to be an issue though.
I don't know. I genuinely don't know.
All right, I'm going to try it. Here I go.
See what happens. Bump.
All right. All right, let's see here. So, I have switched myself over, and of course he's in
Let,
here.
let's
and
see. Did it work?
Well, it worked, but it's just, are they hearing us? So let me go back over to here,
Let's go
and
listen.
oh yeah, it's working just fine. That was easy. No
Excellent.
mistakes made.
Excellent.
Everything's perfect. Okay. You know what I have did find out because of Eric. My computer is 3 minutes fast, which I don't even know how is possible.
3 minutes fast.
But Japan seems to be 3 minutes ahead of America. Not not time. Obviously, time is different, but in time, they run 3 minutes fast. It's weird
That
because
is
the
strange.
official time in Tokyo is 3 minutes ahead of you, even though
Right.
it's like 11 hours different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
On the hour of the hour. But I don't know how. Why is that? Why does Japan decide to run 3 minutes faster than America? I don't know.
It's a good question.
Maybe America is just 3 minutes slow.
Well, I could believe it.
Yeah,
I could believe it. It's probably some artifact of an ancient time where cross Pacific communication was slower. Maybe it just made it easier. I'd
probably.
imagine because
That's
now
probably
it's
true.
it's instant, right? With the internet,
Yeah,
it's
it is.
instantaneous, but it didn't used to be,
Well, we just switch channels with no issues whatsoever.
right? Right.
Yeah,
And channels that are hosted in different parts of the world. These two
yeah,
servers are.
yeah, yeah.
It's amazing when you
Because
think about it because we're both old enough to remember pre-internet, right? At least, I mean, the internet
right,
was around when I was a real little kid, but nobody was on it, and it probably was when you were a real little kid, actually. But it was only military at that time. But it wasn't anything like this. But still, we grew up with analog phones. I had the old rotary, some bitch. I had to do that whole thing, even in the '80s, and it's wild when you think about how fast we went from that to this instant global communication, pretty much anywhere, and it's free and lightning fast.
yeah.
No, there's
It
very rarely a major hiccup, and that's with just this app. There's other apps that do similar things.
is true. It's I did something weird. I got rid of my chat, so I can't even see the chat now. I wonder if it's still over on the other side. It is. It's saved over here. Okay,
He
good.
found it.
I'm boomering today. It's all right.
He's boomering it up. It's fine. We got every time you got a
Yeah.
boomer once in a while. It's
I
good
had a
for you.
long weekend, dude.
A long one. What'd you do?
Yeah. Oh, I you know, I know you're just gonna call me stupid because I am. Uh, well, no, I keep taking on more jobs. Now I'm
Yeah.
consulting for a shipping firm
Why?
because I am the life of the party, and they're willing to throw
Mhm.
money at it. And who
How
am
much
I
money
to
are we
say
talking?
no to
Good
free
money? Where are we
money
at?
and free food and free alcohol?
Free money is good.
You know,
It is, in fact, the best kind of money, I find.
yeah,
The free kind.
yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
But I had
Yeah.
one of those weekends where I was out schmoozing with Japanese shipping company owners. They
Rubbing
took me.
elbows, huh?
Well,
Well,
I've
you're
literally
more rubbing shoulders because you're so tall.
that is true.
Your elbows
Uh,
on their shoulder.
that's true. Uh, but no, I'm literally a consultant. I even have official business cards.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Official
it's
ones? Are
very
they
official.
plastic or are they paper?
Oh, well, they're paper. Yeah, but
Yeah.
they're
He's
official
not that
official.
official yet.
Oh, shut
Nope.
up. But and went to a bunch of fancy places, had a lot of food, drank lots of alcohols. Went to a cigar bar. Would you like to know how much I didn't pay, of course. I didn't pay for anything. How much they paid for a Cohibo, a Cuban
How
cigar, which
much?
is 8,000 yen, which is about $80.
Wow.
You imagine paying, that's for one, by the way. That's not a box. That's one each. And all right, fine. I've because I'm an American, so we don't really smoke Cubans. It's kind of illegal. Um, and although Obama might have nixed that, I'm not sure. But
Mm.
nevertheless, I was like, wow, this is super mild.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we Americans usually smoke the Nicaraguan ones, don't we? Pretty
Yeah,
sure.
well, you can get Cubans now, I believe. I'm pretty sure they lifted that embargo, but for a long time you couldn't.
I think it was
Couldn't get them
Obama
at all.
who lifted that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Obama,
Um,
which was one of the only things I agreed with. I don't think the embargo is doing anything but hurt the Cuban people. It's not. It definitely didn't hurt Castro any. Obviously, he ruled until he died.
yep, that's true. I just couldn't believe I mean, but it's all about status. It's about throwing around money. But the way the tax system works here in Japan and in other places, America is a little bit different. I don't know, although California, New York are probably similar. They are always looking to spend money so they can
Right.
reduce taxes, right? And I just got invited to a couple of parties because my wife was going, right? One in particular,
Hmm.
because they told her that these four overseas foreigners that they were bringing their wives. So she said, "Oh, I'll bring my husband." So that's the only reason I was there. Otherwise, I kind of stay out of her business, right?
Right.
But they didn't bring their wives, and I was there. But everybody was wanting me to come to Tokyo and represent us and do this and that. And I was like, dude, I'm freaking busy, man. Go to Tokyo. Um, but in the end, I took little. I did it. I didn't go to Tokyo. Well, I guess I am going to Tokyo. I got to go to New York now. I got to go to freaking Norway now. I got to go to. How many minutes has it been? I don't care. Fuck it. Fuck. Although I did meet
uh,
the guy in New York, the owner. He's a owner of a big old, one of the biggest shipping companies in the world. I did
yeah,
meet him at one of those parties. I don't know, last year. I did get along really well with Jeff, though. I like Jeff.
that's cool. That's
Hey, he's a
cool.
nice old dude. He's from Shelter Island. I'm from Block Island. Shelter's just south, right? And
Right.
we both grew up sailing, and very similar. He's, I don't know, a decade or so older than me, and of course he's a freaking billionaire. I didn't check, but I would assume. And but I don't know. We get along famously, really well, like Jeff.
That's cool.
It is cool. So I did it again, Thundero. I can't say no. I need to learn this word.
You do. Yep. Yep. You do.
Unbelievable,
That's a
man.
good word to know. Just pretend you're talking to a woman you don't want to have sex with, Chester. It's very easy.
Well, yeah, that's most of them.
Exactly.
Yeah,
See what I mean?
yeah.
Easy. And the thing is, it's not even because they're unattractive. It's just because you're gross.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's enough, man. It's enough. It's just I'm tired. But oh goodness
I don't have
gracious,
time for you, lady.
yeah.
Gosh.
And then I think I got a secretary fired though. by accident. I didn't mean
Uh-oh.
to, but I'm pretty sure she got fired.
Chester, you big meanie.
I know, dude, but it wasn't my fault because they brought me up, they put me in a hotel. And normally that stuff would be handled by a professional, but the wife of the owner wanted to, get involved, and
Mm,
she got involved by having her secretaries do it. You know how that is, right?
yeah.
And they booked me a hotel room, and I got in there,
Uh-oh.
and they literally put me in a prostitute hotel. And I
Awesome.
said, "You either put me in a better hotel, or I'll do it myself."
So they put you in a love hotel.
They did. Well, no, and they were horribly embarrassed, and they ended up putting me in some nice swanky place, which I didn't
Maybe
need
she was
that
going to come
either. A
visit,
business
Chester. Maybe
hotel
that
was
was
fine,
what,
huh?
maybe she was just going to come hang out with you. That's all.
Oh God,
She had y'all set up, the right
maybe.
hotel.
Yeah,
Nobody asks questions in a hotel like that. I'm just saying.
I'm fine with a business hotel. I have no problems with a business hotel. Right, I'm good
Yeah.
with that. But don't put me in a freaking hostel, a literal
No?
prostitute hostel. Don't do that. I do have
What?
some standards. Anyway, that
What?
debacle. And then, but it was a good time. The food was pretty good. I had probably the best duck confit I've had since my grandmother.
Oh boy, you're such a twat. You know that?
Well, I like the confit just means
I had the
with
best
oil.
duck I've had since my grandmother. Li- uh,
Dude,
elevate the pinky.
shut up! My grandmother made good duck confit. That's a yeah, but duck confit. That's a grandma food. I know they put it in restaurants now, but that's a grandma food, dude. That's something that's like that sticks to your ribs type of food. It's basically just duck cooked in a pan
Right.
with oil, and usually it's with mashed potatoes and some vegetables. It's very homey food.
Yes. I've never had duck.
I love
Actually,
duck.
it's not
Big
something
fan.
that's eaten a lot in the Midwest. I mean, it is. You can get it, but it's just not as common.
Yeah, no, I
Uh,
grew up on duck.
you get more things like pheasant and stuff here than you will duck.
Oh, pheasant's good. I like that.
Yeah.
I've had pheasant under glass, and I've even had pheasant, gilded pheasant.
Have you ever had goose
Oh yeah, I've shot
or
many
crane?
myself. A what?
Or I mean, not crane, swan.
No, I never had that. I don't
Yeah,
even know if
swan's
you can
super
eat
rare.
that. Uh, but
Well, you
uh,
can at some places. It's a
uh,
delicacy.
but no, geese and duck. I went hunting all the time for those stuff. So I
Nice.
love that. I don't know, goose is in some ways better than duck, but I don't know. It's too rich. It's not something you want to have all the time. That's why it's usually a
Hmm.
Christmas food. But duck you can eat every day. It's basically chicken, but better.
Yeah,
You know, and it was pretty good. The guy did a pretty good job. It was a bit overcooked, but who cares?
is what it is,
It was
right?
good enough. The taste was strong, and it really brought back because I haven't had duck confit since grandma, right? And then I meant that
Hmm.
because I get duck in other ways. Like when I go to Tokyo, I usually always stay in Ginza, and I don't really move around much outside of Ginza. My
Right.
wife does, so that's the only reason I leave because pretty much anything you need in Tokyo is in Ginza. But
Thank
there
you.
is a freaking legendary Peking duck restaurant in Ginza. It's
Yeah.
really good. Yeah, I love Peking duck. You ever had that? Never, huh?
No, I have not had Peking
Dude,
duck. I haven't had duck at all. No duck. I've never had duck. I don't. What's funny that we're talking about this? There was a. I'll look at it later. There was a. When I was in high school, a chef came. We had like a small little seminar or whatever, and the chef came and he was telling us all sorts of things, and he said, if you ever go to a Chinese restaurant, a real one, sit down one, right, a decent one, not just
yeah,
a
yeah,
American trash Chinese restaurant.
right,
If you ever go to one and they have something on there called rabbit chicken, that's
yeah.
cat. And I said, what? He said, yeah, that's what they call it, so they don't get caught because you're not supposed to serve cat in America. I said, that's hideous. Why would anybody want to eat a cat?
Yeah.
So what made me think of that is one time I went to a nice Chinese restaurant, not here, but it was somewhere else. It was in Texas, and they had Peking duck on there, and one of the waiters was joking with me. He's like, "Yeah, don't get that. That's the cat. That's the cat." He was a white guy, the waiter. He wasn't Chinese, which is pretty rare in a Chinese joint. But it was funny. It just made me think of it because
I
of
see.
they do serve cat.
They
They will
do,
try to
and
get away with
dog,
it.
and yeah, but see, the Chinese will eat anything. I mean,
Yeah,
literally anything. If it even wriggles, it gets eaten. The Chinese
yeah.
are insatiable in this regard. They eat everything, and I do mean this. The Japanese and the French will eat a lot of stuff we normally wouldn't, but they don't go that far. Of course, one of the things Japanese do, and it's kind of cute because they know I'm an American and my opinion on it, so they'll try to hide it from me at the restaurants. But they eat
Mhm.
horse and they eat it raw,
Yeah,
right? And I'm like, yeah, you don't eat your buddy there. It's your friend.
yeah.
We
Horses are friends. Don't eat.
Yeah, we
You don't
don't
eat
eat the
horses.
horses, and
Don't eat the dogs. Cats. I wouldn't eat one, but I can understand. They're kind of assholes. Uh, but dogs and horses especially are dogs definitely and horses pretty much are very syncretic to us.
they are.
We had a
They most
syncretic
certainly are.
evolution together. We
We
shouldn't be
do.
eating each other. It's almost
No, we
cannibalism,
shouldn't.
in my opinion.
It is, yeah. But now to be fair, in China, Korea, I'm not 100% sure because they'll eat those things as well. But in China, they eat a very specific type of dog because they also have pets, dogs as pets. But there is a very specific type of dog they eat. So it's not like they eat all dogs, right?
Right.
But that distinction is rarely mentioned. But yeah, no, over here in Asia, if it moves, it gets on a plate.
Yeah.
I mean, that's and I abstain many things. I try to try as much as I can, but there are limits. The one the Japanese do that I just no, and no, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Is namako. And namako is what we call a sea cucumber. Now, most Americans wouldn't even know what the hell that is, and for good reason. It's basically a slug, a rather large
Yeah.
slug that lives in the ocean and basically vacuums up all the garbage off the floor. So it's a sea rat.
Yes.
And they'll cut it, of course, raw because they're Japanese, and it's because it's a slug and their bodies are built differently. They put it on the plate and it's still wriggling. All the dozens or hundreds of little pieces of it sitting on the plate are all wriggling. And they put soy sauce on it, and they are going, "Nom, nom, nom," and they go to eat it, and I'm like, you disgusting creatures. So yeah, but yeah, it is what it is. But I do like me some duck though. Peking duck, great. No, if you go to a good Chinese sit down Chinese restaurant, a good one that has Peking duck, and go try. Basically, what they do is they cook it in such a way where the skin is as crispiest thing you'll ever have. It's wonderful, nice texture, and then the meat is nice and juicy, and it has a stronger flavor than chicken, right? Because it's a game bird, right? Or at least
Right.
halfway there. And then what they do is they have these really thin. It's like a tortilla, but they're very small. And you put that on there with maybe some onion and cucumbers, and they have this really good plum sauce you put on top of it, and you literally wrap it up like a burrito, and like a
Mhm.
little taco, soft taco, and you eat it. It's real good. Yum yum.
Interesting.
Yeah. Now sometimes I go to the that Ginza place, and I said, just give me a plate of duck, and they don't. They look at me like I'm an alien. That's not how you eat it. I mean, that's how I eat it. Just give me some duck. But I had that. I have a new love over here for food. It's called Tantan Men, and it's basically like a spicy noodle. They have two versions: a soup version, which is like ramen, and they have a dry one. I never knew the dry one was around. I'd had the soup one. I was like, whatever, just give me ramen. I'd prefer ramen, right?
Right.
But the dry one, it's not a soup. It's more like a pasta. That thing is banging, dude. And I had a really good version of that this weekend. And oh my God, the freaking waitress. Yeah, a cutie. A hunter
Little
cutie.
cutie pie.
and little cutie pie. And I was drunk, so you know. Nevertheless, I played it off, and I was accusing the guy, the master guy running the shop, is this your wife? And he's like, oh no. And she explained that actually she is his wife's best friend. And I was like, Abnai, oh, that's dangerous situation. The whole frickin' bar blew up because that's very inappropriate. But I've been drinking. I was many cocktails down by that time. And but I kept kind of picking on him, playing around with him, in a fun way. I wasn't being an asshole.
Right.
Everyone, they were laughing too. He gave me a hug on the way out, actually. But mainly, I was kind of accusing him. It was projection.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds like it.
yeah. She was smoking, dude.
Cutie pie?
Well, I'd say more hot than cute. The other girl I
Really?
told you about in Tokyo, she was just mega cute. Like you could put it in the
Mm,
encyclopedia, right?
right.
This girl was, pretty, but she just had that thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Did you know Carlsberg made beer?
No.
I didn't either, but I had some, and it wasn't bad. It was very
Huh.
carbonated, though, heavily carbonated. Because Carlsberg for me is the cavern place, right?
Yeah.
I mean, right?
Yeah. No, yeah, I'm with you. 100%.
Yeah, yeah. But it's also a group. It's a brewery, sixth largest brewery in the world, founded in 1840. What? Well, it's in that place too. All right. Well, that explains it.
That
But it
would
was
explain the name,
originally
yeah.
from Edinburgh, Scotland. So that's a Scottish name we gave that place. All right. See, I didn't know this, but I had their beer, and it wasn't bad. You ever try that?
No, I don't drink beer. Chester,
No,
I don't drink ever.
that's right. You're not
I
a
don't even
drinker.
taste it.
Yeah, I usually never do. It's just on these meetings. Well.
But you go on a lot lately, huh? You little lush.
Yeah, I know, dude. Too much, huh? Well, man, I go years like having literally just like a glass of champagne or a sake on New Year's or something like that. That's it. Just a
Right.
a a, a toast with everyone in the room. But I don't know. Recently, I've just been doing these trips, and the thing is they always want to drink and they want to prove themselves, and
Uh-huh.
I'm like, dude, you're little Asian men. I'm a frickin' Viking. What do you think?
Wait, you telling me that the movies are wrong and they're not your equal in every way? That can't be true.
Oh, no, no, I
They should be able to overpower you. They should be able to do everything. What?
oh,
Wait
no,
a minute.
that's not accurate at all, no. And it's not and I'm not a drinker, right? I haven't built up stamina. I mean, I drank a lot when I was a kid, but as an adult for the past 30 years, I hardly drink at all. So it's not like I have some built-in stamina or anything like that, right? I mean,
Hmm.
it's just simply DNA. But it's funny anyway. But I don't know, whatever. I'm busy again. Well, and goodness gracious. But I did have some good food though, and highly overpriced cigars, which I hardly drink though, smoke those. And I tried a whole bunch of new amaretto style. I told you I discovered amaretto. Grimlock showed me that bottle that's pretty common, which is what the one I see because I never really had it before. And
Yeah.
now I'm all about it. And I went to his proper bar. This guy, that's a bartender. He doesn't need no book. It's all in his head. And I
Hmm.
asked him of all the variety of amaretto cocktails, and then I proceeded to have him make them all. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of
Yeah.
like it straight, to be honest with you. But the amaretto sour wasn't bad, but it was like a grapefruit drink, is what it felt like. It was good though. What kind of juice do you like?
Grape
Huh?
juice, orange juice, apple juice,
So
all of
just
them,
juice.
really.
Yeah, juice.
Just
Juice is good.
juices.
Okay.
Well, I don't like that. We get that weird like pomegranate and that shit. Get that out of here. Get that out of here. But
Pomegranate
yeah,
juice. I
just
don't
your
know if
basic
I.
juices.
I think I've had that in in mixers and stuff. I think they put that in mixers.
Yeah,
I don't think I drank that straight though. But it might be all right. Something it sounds like something my wife would drink.
yeah.
She was drinking. What was she drinking? Something red. Wasn't alcohol. I don't know what drinks come in red.
What a question. Was she drinking blood? I'm confused.
No, I mean my wife is allergic to alcohol, so she doesn't drink at all, which works out great because I don't drink. So we don't
Yeah.
have it. We don't do any alcohol stuff. Saves us money, a lot of money actually. But damn it, lady, you're a lady. What's the red stuff you women drink in bars that's not
Creatine?
alcoholic? No, it's something that should be right on the tip of my tongue, and I'm being stupid. It's one of those.
Grenadine.
No, it's actually more mundane than that, I think.
I don't know. I
But
don't go to
whatever.
bars, Chester. Bars are not my scene. Because you know what happens in bars? People get drunk, and I don't have time for that.
Yeah, well, actually, I wasn't drunk. I was liberated.
Great. Not so liberated that you would have went back to Tokyo and talked to that girl.
No, no, I never get drunk, dude. I no, dude. I have a very strict rule. I never get drunk. Yeah, I never do. Although I did
Why
buy a
not?
new. No, I never get drunk. I've been drunk a couple times in my life, and I shan't do that again. But I was bright enough that I did buy a new pair of glasses for some freaking reason. I have no clue. They're red, dark red. I mean, they're maroonish red, and I'm wearing them right now. And they annoy me because a little bit, because if I look up this way or that way, and there's any light coming in, it hits the red of the frame and puts a red light under my eyes. So I got to always keep my head down a little bit. I don't even know what I paid for it. I don't want to ask questions. So,
Be right back real quick.
maybe I didn't pay for it. Nevertheless, speaking of parties and drinking and stuff like that, of course, today we're going to be talking about a bunch of anniversary stuff that are up and coming that may or may not get some involvement from the people who create them. Of course, this year we have some comic book stuff. Of course, next year's, Star Wars. That's the 50th right there. We'll see if what they do with that. You would think Disney would be on that. And of course, this is the 250th anniversary. Well, technically, I guess the 250th anniversary of our Declaration of Independence. And Trump wants to make it a big year, and he's trying, and that's great. So, I did. I did see something pretty interesting though that I thought was strange because we had the Super Bowl, right? And they
Yeah.
didn't celebrate our 250th anniversary. Matter of fact, they did kind of the opposite of it, and celebrated foreigners, particularly non-English speakers. Which is,
Mhm.
this is our 250th anniversary. That's kind of a big number,
A
you
good one.
know. I mean, it's
It's
not a
important.
bicentennial or a tricentennial, I guess. But I mean, come on, But
Well,
nevertheless,
especially for a republic, it's a big deal. It's
it
pretty
is. That is a long time for a
important.
republic. That is true. But now for historical sticklers like myself, it is, it is a bit weird because 1776 was the Declaration of Independence. It
Yep.
wasn't until 1787 that the Constitution itself was formed. We ratified it in 78, I think June 21st, the day before my birthday. And 1788 was ratification, and I think it was fully put into supreme law in 89, right?
89 or 90, depending on
Yeah,
how you look at it.
yeah. So we had a 3-year period for all that to come into place and us to become officially America
Yep.
during that period. And I think mostly they kind of look at it as 1789 as the forming of the states, the Union, right?
Right.
But for some reason we want to celebrate the Declaration. Yeah, why not? You know, because most
Yeah, it's a
Americans
big
couldn't
deal.
tell you when the Constitution was ratified anyway.
No.
So
Largely, it doesn't matter. The reason why, I mean, yeah, historically, obviously it does, but the reason it doesn't largely matter is because there was no going back after the Declaration.
that's
Uh,
true. Now that is
and
very true. Yeah, yeah.
so that's why we consider it the founding, because losing would have meant death. Like
Yep.
that was just simple as that. And for most of the people who signed it, they ended up dead. So, or utterly destroyed before it was all said and done. So it
Right.
was there was no going back. You just rebelled against the most powerful empire in the world, openly,
Yeah.
publicly declared it, with enough of the backing of the people for it to matter. And there was no possible chance the crown was going to let that stand and then just pretend everything was normal. So,
Yeah.
and they knew that. They understood what they were doing. They weren't fools. They weren't
Oh
making
no, no.
foolish decisions.
They tried to make a deal, and when King George came back with the letter, like, well, hang them all, they were like, oh, okay, because they did try
Okay.
to send letters and appeal, and they did
Yep.
try to do it in a diplomatic fashion. It wasn't like they're like, no, screw that guy. No, they tried for quite a while to try to come to
Hmm.
some amenable, discourse, but
Yep.
King George didn't want to have none of it. You do. I'm the king. You shut up and do what I tell you to do. It was that simple.
Right.
But it was that last letter, and I've seen this dramatized several times in various films. But I think the John Adams. You remember the John Adams miniseries with that? What is that? Gandolfi? What's his name?
Uh, oh, come on. He's one of my favorite actors too.
He's such a good actor.
Uh,
That was a really good series. I think it was most bestly portrayed there, the reading of that
Paul
letter.
Giamatti.
Giamatti, yeah,
Giamatti.
Giamatti, Paul
Yep.
Giamatti. He was so killer in that. But uh, and so that dramatization of that the reading of that letter, and that was the clincher. That was it. It's war or death.
Yep.
So he didn't. The king didn't give him an out, which in my opinion was stupid,
It
right?
was. They
Now
just wanted a seat at the table. That's all they wanted. They
that's it.
wanted to join the empire properly,
Yeah,
and he
and he
refused.
he could have easily thrown them a bone, and it would have been good enough.
Yep.
But because most of the Americans didn't want war, but then it was forced on them, so you do what you got to do what you do.
And
And
then
I've had a
George
few.
Washington on Christmas Eve went across the river and slaughtered some people.
He did,
Hey,
which he's
that's
good
what
at.
happens.
He is a
Yeah.
troublemaker. Let's be fair.
Yeah, he
Um,
wasn't a very good combat general, but he could get a motherfucker killed when he needed
he
to.
he
That's for
did.
sure.
Yeah, well, he lost most all the battles he was in.
Yeah.
But actually, I've had people ask me, how, people who actually study a little bit of history, how in the world did America manage to defeat Britain? And I was
God,
like, well, it's pretty simple, actually. We lost every battle, but
that's
we
right.
won the war. And the way
That's right.
we did that is real simple. George was out there, he's very British man, very Englishman,
Yes.
right? So he was out there fighting proper English war, and he was going about, standing in lines and marching each other and stupid shit. But most of
Yep.
the colonists were like, "Yeah, we fought the Indians, dude, not too long ago, and the French, and that's not how you fight and win, because that was all
No.
guerrilla
Especially not
warfare."
here.
Yeah. So they were guerrilla warring, and now in movies like The Patriot and other things like that, they show these kind of guerrilla warriors being around George Washington a lot. That's not accurate.
No. Mm-mm.
He
No.
didn't
He
care
was
for
he was a
that kind of
squeaky clean
thinking.
image type
Yeah.
guy.
Hmm.
And he really was. He was actually that guy.
He was.
He was a very moral man, had very high principles, uh, and allegedly a very Christian man. But he was one of the only one of the founders like that, insofar as religiously. The rest of them were just very loosely. deistic
Yeah, deistic.
and culturally Christian. But allegedly anyway, he was quite Christian. He actually was a believer.
Yeah.
Obviously we can't know because he's been dead for 300 years almost. But uh, regardless, he was not a great commander as
No.
far as like strategist. But he was unbelievably charismatic when he wanted to be. He had that presence about him that they wrote about all the time. If you go read the writings, he was able to take over a room when he walked into it. He had aura, extreme aura. Nobody
Oh
really
yeah.
even knows why, because he didn't earn it at any point. He just by that time he had been put in this position and he owned it. He was the father. We call him the father of the country for a reason.
Right.
He had so much power politically that he could have done anything he had wanted to, and he chose to give it up. He chose to walk away from it,
He did.
which
He was.
is
Yeah.
unbelievable
I think
historically. People
it
don't realize
is.
how insane historically that is.
It
That's like
is.
Cincinnatus level of just backing off. Like, ah, no,
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm gonna go back to my farm. That's what he did. He went back to his farm.
He did. And of course, also keep in mind he's an aristocrat, very
Yeah.
wealthy landowner, very powerful guy. Just having him involved in the process upped their game quite a bit. And of course,
Yes.
he had experience in the British military. He was a cartographer for them. He that's why he was brought on. Although
Right.
he wasn't a very good commander as far as war. But we give George a lot of credit, and he was our first president, and whatever, cool, right?
His job was
Uh,
not to win the war. This is what people misunderstand. His job was not to lose it. That
yeah,
was it.
to
And
represent
that's what he did.
it is what he
Yeah.
did.
He didn't
Um,
he didn't lose the war. That's all that matters.
That is true. But the actual win, the commander of that war and the person who won it was Francis Marion,
Yes.
also known as the Swamp Fox, right? He's the guy who won that war because he was in charge of all the guerrilla fighters. So when you
And
watch
a
that
lot of that
movie,
was
The
here,
Patriot
where I
with Mel
live.
Gibson, oh sure, South
Black
Carolina,
Swamp.
yep, as well, yeah,
Um, Yeah, no, exactly. It was the guerrilla wars. They,
yeah,
because here's the thing that people don't understand about this country. We live here and it's all built up and everything, but this is a terrible, terrible, terrible place to live without civilization. The weather's horrible. It's one of the worst continents weather-wise because it's all over the damn place. The mountains, especially at that point, pretty much there was nothing past the Smoky Mountains, past the Appalachians. It was just
yeah, no,
wilderness.
yeah, yeah,
So
and
it was just
French,
a gruel,
so we
and
don't
yeah,
need
and
that.
Frenchmen. It was just a grueling fight everywhere you went,
Yeah.
and that's why what George Washington was doing. He knew he was losing. Like he knew he couldn't. He knew he couldn't beat the British straight up. Everybody knew it, so he didn't. That wasn't his job. His job was just to not lose the war. And the way that they did that was they used guerrilla warfare. They
Yeah.
let the Patriots, as they were called, handle it, and they would attack supply lines
Yeah.
and squeeze the British because the British didn't have a home field advantage here. We did. So
No,
all
we
you had to
did.
do
Yeah.
was just whittle them down, and that's
Yeah.
exactly what they did until eventually they were able to weaken them so much they could finally start actually pushing them back in battles.
And
But that took years.
the French showed up too. We
Yep.
finally
And then the
won
French showed up.
the last battle there. But yeah, no, I mean, and George really didn't want to know about it. He knew, of course, but he didn't want to know about
Yep.
it. He was that's not proper warfare as far
Wasn't
as
his
he's concerned.
business.
No, but I mean, Francis Marion's the big one. Of course, we immortalize him as the Swamp Fox.
Hmm.
He's mostly dealing with the partisans down in South Carolina, I think, but he was all over. You also had, let's see who else did we have? We had Benedict Arnold, of course, was one of those. And
Hmm.
he had a major failure, and so for stupid reasons, and that's why we don't own Canada now, by the way.
Yep.
He, of course, was shunned because of his failure, which led him to his betrayal, and therefore the expression Benedict Arnold.
Hmm.
You had Elijah Clark in Georgia, of course.
Yep.
You had the Green Mountain Boys being led by Ethan Allen. I wonder if they made a movie about him. I bet you they have, because he was interesting. Now that's a Davy Crockett dude, right?
Oh
Ethan
yeah.
Allen.
Yeah.
These other guys are a little more hoity-toity. If you remember the movie Patriot, right? And
Mhm.
honestly, I would assume the Patriot was probably John Mosby, who they were trying to portray, maybe,
Could
right?
be.
Because he had the Mosby Rangers, right? They were probably the most famous guerrilla detachment during the war. But they were also notoriously didn't really communicate with anybody. They just did their own thing. Just killing redcoats was their main thing, which in that movie, in the Patriot, seems to portray that. But all these guys, except for Ethan Allen, and even Ethan Allen, I think was some form of aristocracy. But that was just the Appalachian boy right there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
Which is the boys. Which is the boys that Washington famously said, if it comes down to it, I'm going to go there to them Irish and them Scots that live in which still to this day is mostly
yeah,
Irish and Scots, and we're going to make our last stand there where they can't get through because this country is a nightmare if you're trying to do a land war. It's not really winnable. It just isn't. And it's if somebody can outlast you, they're going to. And that's what we did. We just outlasted them. We wore them down until they had to deal with the French everywhere. Napoleon constantly being a pain,
yep,
and they just had to eventually just concede. They couldn't face the pressure anymore, and they had to concede it, and that's what happened. They weren't happy about it. That some bitch died miserable about it. To be honest, old
yeah.
King George.
He did. Well, it was just a silly mistake. He didn't. There was no need for it. It was one of the. It's
Yep.
like the Civil War with frickin' Abraham Lincoln. There was no need for that war. He forced that because he wanted it. Just like you see with liberal-minded people today, they always want to force war because it gets attention away from them and they make money, right?
Right.
But there was no need for that nonsense whatsoever. But yeah, I mean, don't misunderstand it. A lot of those movies often will have the guerrilla fighters meeting with George Washington just because Americans like, oh, George, right? But
Mm-hmm.
he didn't. That didn't happen. George did not appreciate that kind of fighting. Although, I imagine deep down he understood the value of it though, because he wasn't a
Oh, for sure.
stupid man. Yeah,
No, no, no. He wasn't dumb at all. He was very smart. Very, very learned man.
yeah,
Because they had to be at that time, especially if you were going to be aristocratic. There was a time where aristocracy wasn't looked at as a joke; it was something they took very seriously, and he was very much of that kiln. He very much
yeah,
thought of himself that way. So we are very, very fortunate, very blessed. I said it before, and I wasn't joking. The only reason we beat them is because God wanted us to. Simple as that. I don't know why. You can come up with a million reasons if you want, but we shouldn't have. On paper, they should have won that very easily, and they knew it, and that's one of the things that was pissing them off. But they just couldn't. It's this. There's this principle in warfare, which is why guerrilla warfare is so dangerous. Is if your enemy just won't die, they just won't. They won't quit. You can't beat them.
yeah.
You just can't. If
Well,
they can just keep coming at you,
you can
the
scorched
only way to
earth
beat them
it.
is to wipe them out. Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to destroy everything, and that wouldn't have been worth it
Well,
to destroy
it's
everything.
very rare that's done. It's so
Yeah,
rare that the moments of complete genocide are well noted in history. One of the
right.
most famous being Carthage,
Yes.
of course, and that was just pure spite and envy.
I mean, I get why they did it though. They were a constant thorn in their side.
Yeah, just
Uh,
because they were better at everything than them. That's why.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But I'm just saying I get why they did it. I'm not
yeah.
saying they should have. Just saying I get why they did
Dude,
it.
they were so spiteful of the Carthaginians that they went back for decades, year
Yep.
after year, and salted that city.
Made sure you ain't
Literally
coming back.
salted it so nothing
Yeah.
would grow. Yeah,
Brutal, but
very
effective.
petty. Yeah, waste of money. But yeah, they beat them, and of course that was the last remnant of the Phoenicians. Really, is what they were. And of course, technically, the Palladians are coming out of the Phoenicians in their own weird way as well, because the Hellenes, we call them Greeks, they were the students of the Phoenicians, right? And of
Yeah.
course, the Palladians came, or Grecians as they call themselves, came out of that. The Spartans got all uppity and like, yeah, we want your land. and they fought a little bit, and they're like, "Those guys are mean," and they left. And they had many holdings outside of the Hellenic Islands. One particularly, they called Syracuse, which we call Sicily today, and they
Hmm.
just set up camp there. And eventually, they rented a bunch of hills from the Etruscans, literally rented it. And of course, that
Hmm.
became the city of Palladium, which became irrelevant very quickly when they made those German deals. But we came back to it. The Vatican decided to put their headquarters there. And now we even kind of remember it as Rome, Rome, which is ridiculous. But, you know, so there's
Hmm.
your very quick synaptic history of, uh, of Rome.
There it
Of course,
is.
and they are from the Phoenicians, and but they hated those Carthaginians. Boy, they made up so many lies about them, so much stuff. They ate children. I mean, my goodness, if you go back and read the propaganda, it's so insane. Um, they would take virginal women, throw them into pits to be raped by demons, and therefore giving them the ability to fly, and they would ride flying demon whore women into battle. Wow.
Excellent.
Wow.
Excellent
That's
lore.
that
I
is
love
im
it.
that is impressive because if I had a demon whore woman to fly into battle, I'm thinking I'm winning that battle. I'm thinking, you know. Of course, I don't know what powers a flying demon whore, uh, would have, but flying is pretty useful. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Roman propaganda went to extreme. Do you think the New York Times is bad? No,
Oh no, no, the
amateurs,
Romans, whole
amateurs.
nother level.
Yeah.
Whole nother level.
Yeah. Of course, you couldn't confirm or codify anything back in those days, could you?
No.
These days, the internet, that's what gets them because they're still playing. Yeah, it's surprising to me. So many of these, liberal or left wing politicians are still playing by the old rules. And it's like, you do know the internet exists, right?
Hmm.
I mean, it's like if they use it, they don't see they're stuck in their ways, I guess, because they keep doing things in the old way, and they get fact checked literally within minutes, right? And they're left holding the
Right.
bag, right? We see it happen all the time. Was it AOC? Oh, that idiot. She was speaking the other day, doing the Kamala Harris impression, saying a lot but nothing. And but she got fact checked on what was it, eight inconsistencies in freaking 10 minutes.
Amazing.
Yeah, yeah,
Amazing.
amazing. I still don't know how in the hell she's in charge of anything. That's a dumb woman. She's pretty
Sounds
though.
yes, she is. Yes. Let's not get crazy.
Oh, come on
Bit of a
now.
horse bit of a horse face, and she's got
Yeah.
messed up teeth.
Oh, does she? I don't know about that. But
Yeah.
I've seen the video of her dancing when she was at Boston College. Yeah,
Yeah, well, that was freaking almost 20 years ago. Just that was like 10, 15 years ago, something like that. Uh, she's not that anymore, and she's Latina, and they generally don't age well. They're not
no,
like
she's
those
put on some
Asian
weight.
elves that you live with over there
That's true.
that just age perfectly forever till they're
Yeah.
90, still look cute. I'm like, what happened here?
Yeah,
How'd
I
this happen?
know. It is weird. Usually around 80 something it hits, the wall hits.
Yeah, they
But
find it. Boom.
yeah, but yeah, they do age very slowly. I saw a lady the other day,
It's because they're
and
small.
maybe, yeah, and they don't have I think a lot of it is their skin does not wrinkle up like ours.
Yeah.
Even the 90-year-olds don't have the wrinkling going on that we do.
Hmm.
They just don't wrinkle. Their skin's tighter naturally, I guess. I think that's part of it. And their eyes don't have, I forget what you call it. You know how our eyes on the lid, it kind of goes in to the socket at the
Yeah.
top? I forget what you call that. But they don't have those, which is why, and of course they're more narrow, but they don't have that. That's why the Asian eye looks like it does. The almond eye looks like it does, and therefore that doesn't wrinkle because it doesn't start with any dimension. It's just a flat flap of skin. I think that's a big part of it too. But I saw a lady and she was clearly in her 70s, I probably 70s. And she still looked really good, man. And she was out there trying to sport the I'm older but not that old lady fashion. You know what I mean? And she still had a rack on her, man. I'm like, damn, you go, girl.
Nice.
Nice, yeah, good for her, man. But anyway, so yeah, the 250th anniversary, the NFL said, "Screw you, America." Yeah. Are they going to pay for that? Will they suffer for this?
That's a good question. We'll see.
Because they should. I mean, that's just wow, dude. Incredibly
Yeah.
disrespectful. I did hear a clip. They basically took all the auto tune and all the stuff out of that Bad Bunny guy. Boy, he doesn't. I mean, that is a created product right there, boy. He's not real. That guy's not coming.
No, no, he's fake. So many of them are
He's
fake
just a
now. It's
created
crazy.
thing. It's a created
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Somebody posted, I don't know if you saw, somebody posted they took away all his, his bullshit, and it's just him, and he's doing nothing. He's basically just doing nothing. And then they showed the same thing with like a Michael Jackson, and it's basically the same, except there's no music behind his voice. It's just him singing, perfectly on note. Uh,
Well, because
it's
Michael
preposterous
is
how
professional.
much it has fallen. Oh, he was a ridiculous professional. It is preposterous how much the music industry has fallen in the last 20 years or so.
It is bad.
It is a joke. It's a joke. There's almost nobody in it who can even sing, actually sing, without all sorts of, software
Yeah.
help,
No, I
hardware
mean,
help.
we were talking about Billie Eilish last week and how much trouble she got
Yeah.
herself in for stupidity. Like I said, I've heard one of her songs, and all she does is mumble, and she didn't even sing much. It was basically just techno music, and occasionally she would mumble something. It wasn't There was no melody, there was no chorus, and somehow she's famous. I don't know. I don't get that. So the chat got upset with us. I think it was Boosters. She's definitely American. I have no idea, nor do I care.
No, I think she is American. I don't consider Californians
Oh
Americans.
no,
Get them
neither
out
do
of
I.
here.
That's true.
Yeah, get them out of
But
here.
yeah, a lot of them they just can't. They have no skill whatsoever. It's just a
Right.
created thing with the auto tune and all that kind of stuff. I mean, and we've had this for a long time, but Autotune was more, I saw Autotune more used in chorus. Now, chorus, because I've used this chorus myself. Any of you have any experience working with a PA or a sound system, right? They're not that complicated.
Hmm.
You can learn them pretty quick. But I'm a musician, so I have to learn that, right?
Right.
And Sometimes, depending on the song, I would use chorus. And chorus uses autotune to make sure that because what you're doing is you're taking your sound and it's making it seem like there are many of you. But what they're doing is they're playing in the harmonic of the chord, right? So maybe 1, 3, 5, 7, or depending on what kind of chorus you're using. Uh, you
Mm.
know, I'm not going to get into the music of it, but it's just creating a chord. We call it chorus, and it's using auto. It's like an original form of auto tune, right? And
Right.
I've used that before in certain songs where you want that effect. It's no different than a guitar player, smashing on a pedal to change the effect of for the song he's doing, right?
Mm.
It's the same thing for they use chorus as well. But I'm a saxophone player, so I don't have an array of pedals. I usually have maybe, if I have any, I have maybe one or three, right? To give myself an effect. I'll have an echo effect if I'm doing like a ballad or something like that, right?
Right.
But that's where autotune is coming from. And Of course, these days that's all they use. I mean, I've heard voices, and it's not just autotune. Everyone just says autotune. It's more than that. They're putting I don't know what it is because I'm not that versed. I'm very analog in this regard, right? But There's another thing that's going on with this modern auto tune. I have big air quotes going on, and it's like a melodifier.
Right.
I don't know what they call it. I'm sure there's a word, and I'm getting laughed at by somebody. But it basically creates a melody, and then in that the auto tune. Because I've seen there's a guy on, I can't remember his name, but a YouTuber that he studies music and he looks at instruments and vocals and things like that. And a lot of the stuff these days, they're they're not even singing anything hardly at all. It's almost like they're speaking, and they melodify it and then they auto
Fuck.
tune it. That's how bad it
Sorry
is,
about that.
dude.
They're back.
It's oh no, no problem. But so it's yeah, it's real lazy. I mean, basically, anybody could be a pop singer now. You don't even need to sing. You just speak like I'm doing now, and then they'll make it melodic, and then they'll auto tune it, and then put lots of other sounds around it to hide all the little seams that would expose itself. It's pretty bad. But I don't know. I guess if you're like a European and they just have the pop, techno music, so and occasionally they say a word. So I don't know if that's all you want for a dance nightclub. Maybe it's good enough. Although the interesting thing is, I've been watching the Olympics because I like the Olympics, and of course, I'll watch all the different sports and people from every country. I don't really care. Of course, go America. I was always happy when we win, but I just enjoy the sport. But the interesting thing during all of the intermission, because reset for the next game or whatever, there's lots of intermission, and there's commentary, people talking, but in the background you can hear they're entertaining the crowd, right, with music and like a DJ is talking to them and things like that, and it's all 80s music, all of it. How telling is that? Right? That they can't use any modern music at all because no one knows it or cares. So everything is literally from the 80s, and occasionally I'll hear like a 70s or a 90s thing. But mainly it's all 80s. And of course the 80s was a good time. In the 80s, of course, America made a lot of money in music, but it wasn't just us. There were big hits coming out of Europe, Oceanus, there were Latin America. There were all kind of music coming from many, many places. And even though you might not realize it, there was a lot of international music in the 80s, and you can see it all getting used. But it's just very telling. You look at all these movies, they're trying to recreate the 80s. You look at all these movies and the soundtracks, it's all 80s music. It's really, really interesting that we're stuck in that. And for the past, what, 20 plus years, they can't manage to create a new genre, create a new hook, a new bass. They can't. They seem completely incapable of doing it because there's nothing new. It's all old hat that they keep rehashing. And I think what we were talking about earlier is accurate. It's all codified now in with these studios who control everything. Good luck trying to get famous on your own. It's hard. It's always been hard, but it's really hard now. And I think they just codified it because one of the things I noticed, so much music is in A minor. So much of it is A minor. I hear E flat minor occasionally. Occasionally I will see like something in F, but as far as the keys, right? But so much is A minor, and hear a lot of A minor seventh as well. So they made a decision as an industry that okay, this is the key that humans like the best, I guess. And this is what we're going to make all our music in. It's all going to sound like this. It's going to have the same breaks. Everything is going to be this exact same format. And then go get a face we can sell. And that seems to be what they're doing. You know. Now, to be fair, I love A minor myself, but as a saxophone player, but I'm a saxophone player, so I'm not a concert instrument, right? Piano, guitar, there would be in C, right? Concert key. I'm an E flat. So I play tenor. Excuse me, B flat. B flat instrument. Alto is E flat. So I'm not in concert anyway. I'm always off concert. But I do love A minor myself because it gives me so much freedom to do so many different things. And A minor seventh is also my favorite. So there's something to that. But nevertheless, it is a shame. Has anybody here been watching the Olympics? Anybody?
I
Anybody?
have not. I have returned though. I
I
decided to
heard
make
that.
me some food. I'm hungry, Chester. I'm a hungry boy.
Yeah. I did I eat
Just make me
today?
some pasta.
Maybe I ate
Well,
my
I
own.
did. I had pizza earlier, but the problem I have with pizza is obviously it's great. Pizza, it's a good time, but it just doesn't keep you full. It's
No.
it's so vacuous unless you have a ton of meat on it, which this pizza didn't. Uh, and even then, it just doesn't keep you full, which it's not for, to be honest. It's not that type of food. You need something more hearty.
Yeah. Chinese food's like that too.
Yeah, it doesn't keep you full at all. I
Uh-uh.
love Chinese food. I'll eat a bunch of it, but then I'm like, 2 hours later, I'm like, man, I want to eat again. Hungry.
Yeah, I actually had a Chinese bite this weekend that was I'm going to go back for that because they took pork belly. It was cut
Yeah.
fairly thin, right? Quarter inch maybe. And they fried it. Oh, so already we're in a good place, but it was like breaded type frying, but it was like that kind of nice crisp bite. Right, it was really good. And then they put I don't know what it is, but Asians use it. It's like this red, very red, orangey red brown thing that looks spicy as hell, and it's a little spicy, but it's also sweet. I don't know what it's called, but they just covered in it. And at first I was like, "Oh, this is going to be a chore," but I bit into it and I was like, "Ooh, yum! That was nice. I can go back for that."
Yeah.
And it won't have anything to do with a pretty waitress either.
Uh-huh.
No,
Hmm.
nothing.
See, Chester, here's the thing. You're allowed, and you still won't because you're
I
just
know.
too white. Too much of a white guy.
I know. I know.
You live in a culture where it's completely acceptable as long as you do it with respect.
Well,
But you won't because you're
if
a
you're
white
a
boy.
successful businessman, if you're successful,
Yeah.
there's a
But well, so
there's
you're
a
not allowed to be lecherous if you're poor? Is that what you're saying?
no, you're not. Yeah, no,
That's
no,
hilarious.
yeah. There is a quantifier. Yeah. But no, you're
Oh,
not. You haven't earned the right, right? But I think it's also the natural understanding of human condition that throughout history, the more successful men have most of the babies, right?
right.
And these men who are successful, you want them to spread their DNA. You don't want some dumb poor guy's DNA spread around. I guess
Hmm.
poor dumb poor guy.
Poor dumb
But
poor guy.
that's just the way they think.
The also reality of it is most men, and this is just a truth that for some reason men, a lot of men can't conceptualize, but most men aren't really that concerned with women. They're just
No,
not. They don't really care that much. That's why when they say there's this male loneliness epidemic, no, there isn't.
no, there
There's a
isn't.
lot of men who are just like, I'm good.
Yeah,
I don't want to deal with it.
no problem.
They
Well,
could
we're
get
built
women.
for this. Yeah,
Yeah, we're built for the isolation if we want to be, right? We can hang out with our boys and have a great time. And you'll notice now my wife's not usually like this, but other women are like this. They can't stand that. They cannot stand if you can have fun with just your boys and not need their attention around them, need their
right.
energy with you. They'll call you gay, all kinds of stuff. It's like, no, I'm just having fun. I'm like, what? We're
Yeah,
not having sex with each other. What are you talking about?
yeah. My wife doesn't care about that either. But my wife is well aware that I am too white. She knows,
Yeah,
right?
that's probably why she likes you.
It may be,
Yeah,
because
what you both got the same fetish, just in reverse. That's all. It's fine.
that's true.
Found each other.
Yeah,
It's good.
that's good.
Hey,
I
listen. I've heard stories about these Asian ladies. I haven't been there, but they seem to like white boys.
Oh,
They
they
seem
do
to
like
like
the
them.
white boys. That is definitely true. But yeah, I'm too staunch in my sense of honor, you know,
Yes.
because it has nothing to do, we're talking about here in Asia, as a successful man, you're allowed to have mistresses. You're expected to, actually. I don't. And it has nothing to do with my wife whatsoever. Not a damn thing. It's me, right? It's my honor. It has nothing to do with her. But yeah, no, you're right. I'm way too white. I don't know what it is, but white people are, it must be racism by now. Having honor must be racist now. I'm sure it is.
Um, it's well, I don't think it. I mean, kind of, yeah, by proxy. I think it's actually really simple. I think it's because of the environment that white people came out of. Monogamy was so strictly enforced because it had to be.
Yeah,
It wasn't as easy to live there, and if you're screwing up families, you're screwing up. You're killing people, right?
you
You're
are.
destroying the
That's
entire
true.
society, basically.
That is true.
So,
Yeah. Although if you watch Hollywood, the Vikings were a bunch of bisexual whores.
yeah, which is
Jeez,
ridiculous.
Hollywood.
They absolutely were not
They
that.
were super conservative, dude.
Yeah.
Just like the Romans, they always want to portray the Romans as hedonistic, and it's like, no, dude. I
Same
mean,
with the
if you,
Greeks. The Greeks weren't really either. It's
no,
just a
they were
few
more
places
so
were.
though, but
Yeah.
certain the Romans most certainly not. I mean,
No,
because
they were
uh,
hyper masculine.
they were, the only difference between Rome and America, the actual America, not these crazy cities, is in America it's God, family, country,
That's right.
right? In Rome, it's God, country, family.
Right.
That's the only
Yes.
difference, right? And honestly, I think the Americans got it more right than they do. Because it should be that way. God, family, country. There you go.
Yes.
Now, the
Mhm.
funny thing here in Japan, if you ask them, how do you think they would quantify? Where do the top three go here
Where here in
in
Japan?
in Japan? Yeah, what do you think it is?
I don't know. That's a good question. You'd know better than me.
Yeah,
Um, I would imagine family's probably first
no,
of those three.
it is
No?
not. No,
What is it? Tell
business,
me. Hit me.
work.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
work,
Business.
family, and then that's it. They don't have a third one. They don't give a shit about country at all over here.
Which is I think might be changing because there seems to be a strong nationalist bend
Eh,
in the
not
Japanese political
really.
sphere. I
Yeah,
saw today, apparently, or maybe it was yesterday, recently, the new right wing government basically outright banned Islam, just straight up, just said you get that out of
yeah,
here.
that's just
You're not allowed to do this, this,
practicality.
and this. But
No,
no, it's the correct decision.
yeah,
There's
no,
no place for that death cult in
no,
anything
there isn't.
resembling
Yeah,
a civilization.
no, there isn't.
I'm sorry, it just is the way
It
it
is
is.
what it is. And if the Muslims don't like it, go change it then. It's that
Yep.
simple. But no, don't listen to the media. They don't know what they're talking about. They're a bunch of idiots.
Hmm.
You for the Kiminto is the main party here. You call them Republicans, I guess.
Yeah,
They've
the
been
right
in
wings.
charge since the war. Since they codified their constitution and became the new Japan, they have been in charge. There have been a couple
Right.
of moments where they lost power for like literally a year or two, and here recently they lost some votes because of some scandal, right? What she
Hmm.
did was put up a vote to get it back to where it normally is. So there's nothing new going on, nothing has changed. It's same old Japan voting
Extremely
conservative.
conservative country. And it's
Yes.
interesting. You have this extremely conservative, quasi authoritarian, but not really country, and it's the safest country in the world. That's curious.
Yeah.
Interesting how that works when you have people who genuinely just give a shit about other people
Well, it's a high
in
trust
their people.
society, a legitimate
Yeah,
one.
that's how you
Yeah.
have that. You have a high trust society by one, they have to be worthy of it, right? When people start, this is another reason why monogamy was enforced in the white countries. You can't be having this situation. I was actually talking to this guy he's one of these guys who I wasn't talking to him, but I saw his posts. He's one of these guys who talks about how to pick up women and blah blah blah. He tries to help guys with that,
Yeah.
and he was complaining that it's
Dating
harder to
women.
do now than it used to be because this new generation of women, the Gen Z women, so many of them are hip to the game and they want to actually get married and have kids and be normal
Good
like
on them.
before
Good
the
for them.
last two generations before them. And he was complaining about this. He's like, man, it was it was so easy before. Now that's so much work. And I'm like, that's a good thing, bro.
That's a real good thing,
That's
buddy.
nothing to lament. You should be happy for this. And then I basically said that there used to be a social contract between men who were really, really good with women that women all wanted and normal guys, betas as they call them. You don't mess with their wives. You can have all the other women out
Yeah.
here.
No,
You
yeah.
leave their wives alone.
Never
And
touch
these
the
guys
married
went
woman.
too far. They said, no, if she's willing, no.
No.
First of all, you're going to get
No.
killed. Stop it. And you're going to deserve it. Stop stop it. And second of all, that's how civilization deteriorates.
Yeah.
You want a high trust society. You want to be able to leave your doors unlocked at night. You want to be able to not have to worry about your car getting broken into all the time. Basic things like that Americans take for granted everywhere besides the big shithole cities. You can't be violating the family.
No,
you have to leave it alone. No woman is worth it. I promise you. There is no vagina on earth worth getting a bullet over unless she's your wife. And even sometimes then, not.
Then,
to be honest.
Well, I mean, no, because we've quantified my man whorishness here quite well over the years. But I played around with a lot of women in my life, but I've never messed with a married woman. I never would.
Leave married women alone
for very good reasons, right? It has nothing to do with violence or fear. It just, I like women, but I also want family to be a thing.
That's right. It's important.
Why would I want to mess with that? That's just defeats the purpose.
And it's just dishonorable. Like if you're the type of guy who's good with women, who's charming, good looking, whatever, and you are, and you go after a woman that you know for a fact is married, that's just dishonorable behavior. Disrespecting her, you're disrespecting yourself, you're disrespecting her husband, you're disrespecting your own family.
Everything.
Because most likely your father wouldn't be okay with you doing that. No. I would hope. No. So what are you doing? It's not worth it. I don't care how good she is in bed. It ain't worth it, bro. There's other women who are good in bed. You'll be all right. First of all, most of them aren't. Yeah, but regardless, you'll be all right.
That's right. And besides, sex is easy anyway.
Yes.
It's that's not the hard part. But yeah, no, I passed up a lot of pussy, dude. A lot.
Yeah. I've been there too. There's certain things, like I haven't said, you shouldn't mess with engaged women either. And probably, since a lot of people do this thing now where they just live together for years and never make anything official, leave them alone too. Just there's so many single, unbothered women. Just go after them. Out there. Go get them. There are plenty of them.
Mess with girls who are dating. I don't.
Don't do it. It's not worth it for your own sake. Regardless of if the guy's willing to kill you over it, which he might be, it's not worth it for your own sake. As Jesus himself said, what does it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his own soul?
I did mess around with a couple of divorced ladies, though.
Well, that bed's done. That bed's been removed.
Yeah, I thought so too. But it's been a long time. I've been out of the game for a very long time.
Yeah, no, it's changed a lot. The apps and social media has really hampered it. That's the other reason a lot of these men are just like, you know what? It's not worth it, man. It ain't worth, because here's what happens. People say, you just got to up your game. Okay, that's true. But what if everybody starts upping their game? Well, if everybody gets it, then the same thing's just going to happen again. The metric is just going to shift because the guys who are at the top are always going to be at the top. There's nothing you can do about it. If you were genetically lucky enough to just be gorgeous as a man, some men are, you win. Or if you're genetically lucky enough to have that natural charisma that women find irresistible, you win. You can teach yourself to be charismatic. Absolutely. You can teach yourself to be funnier, teach yourself to dress better, get in better shape. You can do all that stuff and still not have the effortlessness that the guy at the top has. No. It's just the way it is, buddy. I'm sorry.
Because desperation clings, dude.
Yes.
That the easiest way to get a girl's attention is to show her no mind at all.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep. Make her chase you.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, make a couple little comments. Make my tactic was, or I still use it. It's just that I'm not chasing. Is to be just the ever so slightly naughty.
Yep.
Just a little bit, right?
Plant the seed.
And say something a little bit inappropriate, just a little bit. You don't want to go too far because now you're being rude, and this is not good. But it basically gives them the freedom to show you something, and of course, then as a guy, you need to be paying attention. And I think that's a lot of problem guys have. One, they're desperate, and two, they just aren't paying attention.
They also listen to women. And that's the worst thing you can do when it comes to getting women. Women will straight tell you to your face that a woman smiling at you, full face smile, not just a polite smile, full face smile is not a form of flirting. They'll tell you this. That is a lie. 100%. That is an absolute lie. No woman smiles at a man like that unless she's interested. Even if it's just subconsciously, she's interested enough to open up her entire face to him. That's how it is. It's just biological reality. It's a mating signal. In all of mammals, we have similar mating signals, but they will lie to you and say, "No, she's just smiling at him. No,
No,
she's just
shut
touching
up,
his arm. It's not a
dumbass.
big deal."
No, what?
Lady,
She touched
who
you?
you lying
Oh,
to right now? Who you
yeah,
lying to?
yeah.
Women do not touch men accidentally unless they tripped,
Oh no,
right? If
no,
they tripped
they,
and fell,
yeah,
fine.
yeah. If she puts a finger on you, your next words could see, "There's a hotel over there. You want to get a room?"
Yeah, yeah.
Yep,
Like,
done,
so
done,
come
done,
with me.
done,
Come with
done.
me.
Yeah, done. I think my wife is secretly a closeted masochist. I think because, well, no, because I told you I have women will straight up right in front of my wife,
Yeah.
flirting with me. They'll even say to her, "Oh my God,
Yeah.
your husband's so handsome. You're so lucky." Right to her, right?
Yep.
With her right in front of her or right to her. And she just seems to get a kick out of it.
Yeah. She's not
For me,
insecure. It's
I'm
good.
just bothered. It's, oh God, again.
You're annoyed more than anything.
Yeah,
No, I've had women straight up right in front of my wife flirt with me, hard,
yeah.
and not be subtle about it either. And I'm
No,
like,
it's
okay,
weird.
what are you doing?
And
What's happening right now?
but it's weird that they don't get mad. I think it's a point of pride, maybe. I don't know what it
Well,
is.
women want all women, at least I shouldn't say all because I'm sure there's some exceptions, but the vast majority of women want the men that other women want. If you're a man that gets zero attention from women, very, 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 very few women are going to give you the time of day.
Yeah,
And it's just the way it is. And that's a shame because some of those men are probably really good men. They probably be really good husbands, whatever. But that's just how they're wired.
it is how they're
And when they
wired.
deny these things, it's insulting to me. You see, that insults me on an intellectual level because I understand you're lying to me. Like, oh, smiling's not flirting. Shut up. Laughing at his jokes is shut up. You're lying. It can There's times when it's not, sure. Like if it's a couple setting or whatever, and you
Like with
guys just have a good
grandma
time,
or
fine.
something. Yeah.
But if you're alone with a woman or relatively alone, right? Or you just met her and she walks up to you and gives you a full face smile, she's interested in you. She
Yeah.
may never do anything about that, ever. She might even turn you down if you ask, but she's interested in you.
Yeah.
That's just the
Yeah.
way it is.
I
And anybody denying that is lying.
I had something happen recently. We have there's this fancy French restaurant we like to go to, and
Hmm.
I known the chef for a long time. I always talk if I go to a restaurant with good food, I always talk to the chef. I always do. I
Yeah.
want them to remember me. And I dug out of him the secret of where he gets his bread from because he cooks all the other stuff, but he buys bread. What bakery? So I went to the bakery that he uses. And I didn't go inside. I was outside smoking a cigarette, and Junko went into the bakery to make some selection as usual, right?
Right.
And I'm just sitting outside having a cigarette, and all the little ladies inside working in this bakery, like, "Is that your husband? Oh my God, he's so handsome! Tell him to come in here." They literally were trying to get her to drag me inside so they could look at me. I'm like I'm a piece of meat.
You are. You're a big white steak to them,
I am.
Chester. That's what they're after it. They're all after it.
It's crazy. It's crazy, dude.
The
But
best part is you married the one woman who just completely unbothered by it, and that's amazing.
well, because
Because
she
imagine
knows
if you had a wife who was bothered by it, you'd be miserable.
it'd be a
You
different
would be miserable.
situation. I would be.
Yeah.
I'd probably have a mistress or three. But uh, but no, I mean, because she knows me.
Right.
Yeah, she knows that I'm more annoyed by it than anything. So like Fight Club, Chester, you want to make sure it's clean food for you. I don't know what that means, Maple Sheik. I'm missing that. I'm being done. I'm being a dunce, I guess. I know Fight Club was that whole movie. Nothing actually is true in it. There's nobody in the movie other than him. There's the Durden character and even the female isn't real. It's all in his
It's
head.
all in his head. Yeah.
Because if you're a lot of people miss the very opening scene of that movie. He has testicular cancer and he's dying.
Right.
Right. That's the whole thing. He's dealing with his upcoming death. What's he going to do about it? So the whole movie is in his head. It's not real. So I'm missing your point, dude. I apologize. Nevertheless, let's see what we have for today. Because I do have some things I want to get into. I think it's going to be fun.
Gonna be a fun time.
I think so.
Hang on one second here. Let me get to my Discord. I was in my kitchen. Ba-ba-bow. Now that we're in the proper Discord, you boomer.
I know.
Little bit of a boomer. Marvel, it's time. Celebrate Nova's. Wait, what? That's a bad writing. Celebrate Nova's 50th anniversary.
All right.
Okay.
Now, this article is written by this Time Lord. Don't know who it is. He's writing for these guys over here at what's this again? This is Cosmic Book News, and he's older than I am, right? And of course, Nova. It is the 50th anniversary, 1976. The first came out. A Man Called Nova is what it came out originally with Rick Ryder, I think his name was, and he ends up on in space and on the I can't remember the name of their world, but he's a human on their planet fighting to defend them. And that's where the story came from. And of course, so many years later, he's shown up in so many things. Of course, old Buckethead, as Peter Parker likes to call him. They've done so many different iterations of him. So much so that most people don't even know that he's actually a human from Earth. But nevertheless, this guy's been around a lot. This is his 50th year, legitimately. 76, right?
Long time.
26. And there have been no noise, no sound, no nothing at all coming out of CB Sobalski and Marvel about doing anything for him. So this guy and others have come together to create a what do you call it? You put stuff together to submit and get them to do something. What do you call that?
Application?
No, 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 no. Let's see here. Petition. There it is.
Portfolio? Petition.
Petition. Yeah. This is a petition to put together and send to Marvel to, you dumbasses, do something for Nova. So if you're interested in that, then go over and check this article out, and you can click through and you can sign that petition. And to be fair, there are a lot of characters that have come out of Marvel over the years. I imagine in the same year of 76, there were characters that came out that we don't remember or are very minor. But Nova's not one of those. Nova is a guy who's been around for a long time, and he shows up in a lot of stuff, particularly animated series. We've seen him in the live action stuff, or at least, kind of acknowledged. In the movies they did Nova Corps, right? But it is strange, but Marvel doesn't like to celebrate its past,
Mm-mm.
right? We
That
saw
would that
them,
would mean admitting it was better.
yeah. Well, we saw them completely ignore Kirby, right? And Jack Kirby. We see them ignore so many things. They just don't care at all about
Racist.
nostalgia, the fan base. They don't care about any of that. And I don't know where Nova's a fictional character. What the hell's wrong with him?
Would
But
Nova ever do?
Yeah, I know. But this isn't much. I'm just starting off with this because, yeah, I mean, they should do some little thing for Nova. Why not?
Why not? Because they're racists against white people. That's why.
Maybe it might be
They
that
want to
simple.
erase white excellence and white heroism from everything. They do it in fiction. They do it in nonfiction. They do it all over. They just hate white people. When
Yeah.
you internalize this, that they just hate white people, even the white ones, everything makes more sense. Why do they get rid of all the gingers? Because they hate white people. That's why,
Yeah.
and they're the whitest of the white, the
I
gingers.
guess they
All right.
represent the white. I thought blondes would, but I guess reds do.
Well,
But
they do it to them too.
they do it to
It's
them as well.
shocking how many
But
blondes have been in movies lately. Actually, I'm surprised.
but the redheads have definitely been abused. That is true. But
Yeah.
now at this time there was a lot of cosmic stuff going on, and of course a year after this came out, we got Star Wars. Because keep in mind, next year is the 50th anniversary, right? I'm
Oh
sure we're
gosh, I
going to
am
get
not looking forward to that.
inundated. So this was part of that cosmic upturn, right? Now in the 60s, of course, we had all the space travel and all that kind of stuff was going ahead was on the uptick. Toy Story is basically telling the story of us switching from loving westerns to the space stuff. It's exactly
Right.
what that story is. And of course, Star Wars just absolutely solidified that, right? That was a cultural moment with Star Wars.
Unlike
Uh,
any other,
yeah, it was impressive, and it's equally impressive that Disney was able to murder it. I'm actually
which is
impressed that they were able to kill that
well, they
because
did the one thing that was irredeemable. They destroyed Luke Skywalker. That's all they really had to do, and not just kill him, not just get rid of him. They had to assassinate his character, and
oh
that's what they
yeah,
did.
he's a horrible
Everybody
person.
else,
Yeah,
it could have survived. You could have done the same thing with Han. You could have done the same thing with Leia. You could have done it with any of the other characters. Even Vader, you could have screwed him up somehow. Luke was the one, and they knew it, that if you touched him, you killed the franchise
yep,
because he
and
was the
they did.
heart and soul of it. And they did.
Yeah.
They
Anyway,
knew what they were
so
doing.
if you want to sign this petition, please go over here and do so. Because yeah, Nova definitely. I mean, Nova, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean,
Hmm.
he's been
I
so
had a
many
Nova
animated
action
stuff.
figure back in the day.
Oh, there you go.
Hmm.
So I don't know what they're thinking with this, but typical nonsense. All right, let's get into it. So, first
They're
things
not going to
first.
do shit.
You're right, Grim.
Seedance 2.0 goes viral with insane AI videos. Superman, Stranger Things, Tom Cruise, and more. Now I saw the Superman and Death Side, Dark Side fight. I saw the Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt fight. Uh, Hollywood's over. It's
Yeah,
done now.
yeah,
In the next 5, 10 years, it'll be a long forgotten medium. I honestly think movies, as we understand them, are gone. TV shows will probably be gone too. At least in like the actiony aspect, there'll be no reason for stuntmen. Why? When you can just have an AI make the
yeah.
same
It's
scene and it
insurance
looks
would
amazing.
demand it. The
Yeah.
insurance companies are going to force that. Just in that.
Yep.
But
So what we understand is filmmaking has irrevocably changed
yeah, it
forever,
has. Yeah,
and
they're
there's no.
gonna.
It's just like when they added sound. It just changed everything forever.
It
There,
did.
there was techniques that just didn't make sense to do anymore when it came to
Yeah,
film and film theory. So
yeah. Now, this is from the company ByteDance, which of course is the Chinese company that owns TikTok. Therefore, it's the CCP.
right.
Their software is all stolen anyway, but it looks like they have
No.
put their army of stuff and they've actually kind of upped it. So let's take a look at what they're talking about. I mean, what is this? Are we seeing some really cool stuff? Is it really that better? Well, let's take a look. Oh, there's a rabbit.
A
It's not
ribbit,
bad. It's pretty good.
ribbito
I can kind of tell it's AI though. Can you?
for now.
Yeah, a little bit. The way it moves a little bit.
Hmm.
It's too
Give it a couple
stilted
more years.
and stilted. Look at that.
It's impressive, isn't it?
It is.
That would have taken somebody months, maybe even a year to make that before. And now they can just do it in, 20, 30,
Dude, look
40
at
minutes,
this.
maybe a few hours.
You see what they're doing here, right? So they have the scene going on. This is
Hmm.
and this is AI. This is not an actual dude, right?
Right.
And they're showing that okay, you have your scene going on, but now they can camera work inside the scene that you've just generated. Look at that.
Yep.
Look at that.
Yep. Yep.
Wow. 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 Yeah. Um, yeah, you can tell. You can tell it's AI the way the paper moves, right?
Right.
But certain things like this kind of stuff, mechanical stuff, that's way done, dude. I think that's been
Yeah.
done
Yeah.
for a while though. Uh,
Technical stuff too, like coding and stuff like that.
yeah,
It's AI's done. It's got it.
yeah. But I mean, when you're looking at something mechanical instead of something a human,
Right.
it's the AI is much harder to tell. Even if you're looking at an animal, it's harder. The human though is the real
Uncanny
challenge.
Valley
Yeah,
is real,
yeah,
which
it
should
is real.
terrify us that that's such a powerful psychological effect in our minds. Because
Yeah,
why? Why is our brain so afraid of things that look almost human?
yeah.
Just almost human.
So let me see here. Is there some place where I can just look at videos? So this is AI, but that would have me generate, I guess.
I mean, you could probably look up whatever videos you're looking for on YouTube or Twitter.
Yeah.
The Dark Side one is on there for sure. I've seen it.
So I just put in seed ants. Or I think it's seed ants. I think it's supposed to be seed. No, that's not correct. Let's see what we got here. All right. So this is just 17 hours ago. Alrighty. That's no. This stupid commercial is still around. Why? How many years are you going to give me this damn thing, Visa? Or who is this?
Till you buy.
I hate it, man. We keep getting the same stuff over and over. Oh, let's take a look. So, and you can tell though. I can still tell. It looks good though. It looks really good. And dude, give it 6 months.
6 months, a year or two. By 2030, you won't be able to tell really.
Yeah. Is this supposed to be
People kept saying
Scarlett
they'll never
Johansson?
get past the uncanny valley. They'll never do it. Well, look at it. Look how close they are now. That if you saw that Tom Cruise Brad Pitt fight, it looks good. It looks real good.
Wow.
Which is also interesting. You would think some of these actors would be for it because it could potentially give them lifetime royalties because they're
Yeah.
using their likeness.
Yeah. Just sell that likeness, man. That's easy work.
Yep. And now you're just making money for free.
Oh wow, dude.
I bet it'll only take one or two of them to get that big deal from somebody, one of these big AI companies, so they don't sue them, and that'll be it. That'll be it. Those deals are coming. Watch.
Yeah, dude. They're so done, man.
It's over.
Holy crap.
It was
dude.
fun while it lasted.
Look at that. That is better than anything we've seen. And this is just
So good.
literally, a bunch of lines of text.
Yep.
Wow, dude. Here's Superman and the Hulk, or like a bunch of people fighting here. Let's take a look at that. This is a day ago. Yeah. Those claws are supposed to cut anything.
Superman and the Hulk is funny because that's not a fight. Sorry, Hulk fans. He's not
no,
even
it's
close.
not a fight. No, there's very little that can deal with Superman actually.
Especially if he feels like he can actually hit you.
Yeah.
He can go all out on you. You're gonna be in pain.
Oh, that's funny. Donnie Yen.
Good old Donnie Yen. I'm telling you, it's only going to take a couple of these actors to be like, you know what? I can make money off of this. And it's come up with contracts with these AI companies. You can use my likeness. I get refusal rights if it's something crazy. But yeah, and then they don't have to worry about the lawsuits that are happening right now already. So
now
I think
Thanos,
it's the move.
Thanos with a full Infinity Gauntlet, I think Thanos would win because he can
Think
literally
so?
just make Superman not Superman.
He could. Well, but the problem is that Superman's shown to be very resistant to reality warping powers.
That's true.
So I guess it just depends on how the rules want to work.
Why? All right. Yeah, I'm not going to turn the volume on for good reasons, guys.
Okay.
Hold a second. Now, honestly, in real life, I think Bruce would be in trouble.
What do we got? Let's see it.
Bruce.
Oh yeah, Bruce would get his ass kicked.
He'd be in trouble.
The only real advantage he has is the kicks. He's not going to out-grapple Mike. Mike's bigger and stronger.
Fast, dude.
But all it would take is one good clean punch from Mike, and he'd be done. He'd break his jaw.
Yeah, no, he'd be done. Yeah, that would be trouble for sure.
There's a reason you don't see too many great Asian boxers. It's because their bone structure is weak.
Yeah, they do have type 1 bones, whereas on the top end, white people have the type 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see. Stand down.
Glass jaw is a real thing, actually. Believe it or not.
It is, yeah. They I've seen so many AI stuff with Bruce, dude. Not just this particular sea dance, but I've seen a lot of it. Why do you have hair?
Why does he have hair?
Ultraman?
Wait a minute. Is he fighting Ultraman? Is that happening right now?
It is. Yeah.
That's funny.
It's funny.
Iron Spider
Iron
versus
Spider.
Alien.
Honestly, Spider-Man would tear the hell out of the aliens.
Yeah, it wouldn't even be a fight. He'd punch
Yeah,
his head right off.
yeah,
Because you wouldn't hold back against something like that.
yeah. It does look good, dude. What do you think? Grimlock's in here now. I think I heard his mumbling.
That would also not be a fight. I love Wolverine, but Thor would obliterate him.
Oh, I
It's
love
not even
this.
close.
I love the spaghetti monster
Mhm.
getting Will Smith. This is a bit of internet nostalgia for those of you who don't know. Some of these earlier videos of actors that had him eating spaghetti, and it was nightmare fuel. So that someone made him not Fat Thor. Good job.
Yeah. So I. That's funny. There they go. Yep, the Eagles.
That is the
There is a
smart
reason they
move.
can't
Yeah.
do that, guys. The dragon thingies would get them. What are those things called? I can't remember.
Oh yeah, the Nazgul mounts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, it's Bruce Lee. Is that supposed to be Boot? No, it's just Dragon Ball.
I think it's supposed to be like Goku. Yeah, live action Goku.
He's a bit too old to play Goku. Goku should be a teenager.
Yeah, young man. At the very least, a young man. There it is. There it is. Old Soups and Dark Side. The only thing is they don't have the Omega beams right.
No, well
They don't do the little the jagged thing that they
yeah.
do.
Which was an interesting choice. I mean, that must have been Kirby, right?
Probably, yeah.
I mean, this is his creation, so. And he was really
Darkseid's
known
such
for
a good
that kind of
character.
visual stuff.
Such a good villain.
Yeah, he
It's
is.
ridiculous we've never gotten him in a proper movie.
Of course, it's funny that we call it Darkseid because it really should be pronounced Dark Seed.
Mm-hmm. But that's how he pronounced it.
It is. Another Mike. This is just wishful thinking. Okay. Who the hell are you? My name is Doctor Strange. The potion of youth. We need you to go. Oh, yeah. We got to charge you up there, Mike. Oh,
Uh-oh.
Lee. Come on now. And now I watched that fight with Logan, right? And
Yeah.
and it started out Mike was on him, and Mike had to back up because the kid
Mm-hmm.
he must have thought the kid had a little bit more juice than he had, because Mike was clearly told to go in there and not rough
Not
him up
them
too
out.
bad. And he went
Yeah.
in and he was kind of laying in him normal. He wasn't even going hard, and he was just tearing into him. And you visibly saw Mike back up.
Yep.
He was clear
And
that
not
was
take shots he had open shots for.
he did, and clearly that was set up like that.
No, Mike Tyson's one of those. He's just a freak. He's a freak warrior. He's
Yeah, he
got the
is
warrior
amazing.
gene.
Look
That's
at
what
that
he was
now.
built to do.
Then that scene with Spider-Man running down the street with Takeout. That is so Peter Parker.
Yes.
This is a fan. That's a comic book fan understands, right?
Yep.
This is something that Sony doesn't get. They don't get it.
No.
They don't understand what Peter is, right?
He's an everyman. He just happens to be a genius and have superpowers. That's all.
Yeah. But he's always, the quintessential New Yorker. Rushing to get to this job or get this paid or behind on bills, forgetting to eat and stopping to get a slice of pizza on the way to something. It's very Peter Parker.
Right.
Yeah, this stuff's
It's
good,
just
man.
crazy.
Is
It's
Grimlock
crazy.
here?
Yeah, he's here. He's muted at the moment, but it is. They just. I'm telling you, we're not very far. We're going to actually properly have good because we already do. There's a guy out there who's making an anime Spider-Man with AI, and it's unbelievable. It's so good. He's been making it for a while now. Can't remember the name of his channel. I could probably find it later. And it's just we watched it actually, the one video of it. It's so good, and there's no good reason why the studios aren't using this stuff already. Some of them are, other than the actors and writers and producers and stuff don't want to be obsoleted. But I think that ship sailed. I don't think you're not putting this genie back in the bottle.
No.
I've said for a while what's going to happen is people are going to sell scripts that you just pump in yourself, and that'll be it. So there'll be people who craft really good AI generate in particular AI generator. They're just really good at it. They've mastered that particular one, and they'll give you a script. They'll sell you a script that they've built that'll give you what you're looking for,
Yeah,
and they can customize it and stuff like that. And that's just how entertainment will become. I think you'll see it with gaming too.
yeah, yeah. Actually, this stuff is really good. I think the best thing I've seen so far, and this is probably better, I guess. They're fixing Stranger Things, I guess. But the best thing I saw so far was Japanese, because this all seems to be Japanese or Chinese made. Um,
Hmm.
but the best one I saw, I don't know, I'd almost call it soft core. I mean,
Yeah.
almost. It was a bit hentai, nearly. But it was really good though. It was a kind of like a Japanese gotcha girl type of thingy, right? And it was way too oversexed for a fighting scene. But that thing was clean, dude, clean.
Yep. Yeah. No, it's. I mean, you could easily believe that this was what Netflix did right here. Easily. It doesn't look that out of out of
No.
place. Doesn't look that off.
Actually, from our point of view, this particular one kind of looks TV level.
Yep.
She has Naruto powers.
Apparently, I don't know what's going on.
This is supposed to be Vecna, right?
Yeah.
Oh no. I didn't watch any. The first season wasn't very good, so I just didn't bother with any of it. So for those of you who like this, you're probably enjoying this, I guess. So let me move on to something more interesting. No, I go, wow, they put a lot of time into that, boy.
More Spidey.
Yeah. So yeah, I it's wow, dude. It's the real thing. I could sit here and look at this all morning, but we get the idea. Oh goodness gracious. Wah, 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 wah. Dude, dude. And keep in mind this is all prompt. It's, and I've expended, you guys know if you've been paying attention to our Bugbear's Basement, I've been playing around with this for years now,
Yep.
trying to get a feel for it. Now, GOP, the guy on our Bugbear's Basement channel, he's really been doing a lot with it. And
Yeah.
but just me interacting because you see me use on that show a lot of art, right? And
Hmm.
normally what I would do traditionally, because I've been doing this for a very long time, right? I
Hmm.
would go and find art and then build my story around the art I could get because it's very hard to say, all right, I want this particular character in this particular scene. That's
Hmm.
hard to find. So what I'll do is go and before I set up a campaign, I'll just go collect hundreds of pictures, and I will take those pictures and try to build my campaign around that scenario. Right?
Right.
That's what I normally have to do, and that's fine. You know, but now I just go to the AI and type in what I want. You know, mysterious woman in fantasy woman in leather armor sitting at a table looking across the room, right?
Yep.
And you could put in little prompts like cinematic or you could put little adjectives in there, and boom, you kind of get what you want, and and that's gotten better and better and better over time, and how accurate it gives you what you're asking for. And like I said, this right here, I mean, I'm going to have to start getting serious because now I can put in full on animated little clips for you, right? That's cool. I don't know how much this
Yeah.
costs. How much does it cost to use Dance?
Oh, I have no idea. But the reality of it is, it's just these things are going to get cheaper and cheaper and cheaper
Yeah,
and
I'm
cheaper.
kind of waiting for it because it's moving
Hmm.
so quickly, dude. Like I said, I remember just a couple of years ago when I started doing this, it was a bit wonky. But
Yeah.
as we've even now, I haven't seen much trouble with hands anymore. They seem to have solved that problem pretty well. The thing
So
is
the
moving
advanced
stuff.
model, if
Mhm.
you pay for it for annually for Dance,
Yeah.
is 62, basically $63 a month, and that's the best one they
Jeez.
have. Which is and that, but that you have to buy it annually, so you pay whatever that is for a whole year. If you do it
Right.
just by monthly, it's $90 a month. But that's really, I mean, when you think about it for a second. If this these AI generators can get to the point, which I think they're going to where they just replace entertainment for you. I mean, that's not that bad of a deal. $89, $100 a month for hours and hours of endless entertainment. That's
Right.
pretty
And it's
good.
dude, it's
That
going to
ain't
get
bad.
way better and way cheaper, right?
Yep. Yep.
Don't give the
Yep.
Chinese your money. Don't
It'll
do it.
only take one of these big, and let's be honest, it's going to be an big American industrialist like Elon Musk, who's already involved, to get it where they need it to be, to where it stops being like a beta a service, which is what all these are, and then be like, okay, and I want it at $20, $30 a month,
Yeah,
and then
that's what's
they'll
going to
make it happen,
happen. That'll be the
and
end
he'll
of it,
make it happen.
and they'll
Yep,
make billions,
billions and billions.
billions and billions. But yeah, no, definitely. And Elon's been saying this for years. Actually, he knew what's coming. He knew it was coming.
Yep.
He said there is no entertainment future that isn't self-created. He was very clear about it. Anyway, I just wanted to look at that because damn, and I didn't look at it until we went live too. So, but yeah, it's no joke, dude.
It's getting serious out there.
It's getting very
Getting
serious.
serious.
All right. But anyway, let's move on to because this is going to also affect video games, dude. I'm telling you.
Oh, absolutely. Castlevania Revival announced for 40th anniversary with Belmont's Curse.
Now,
Castlevania is a
Castlevania,
very strange franchise to
it
me because
is
I've played it, of course, and it's good, it's fine, but man, is it way bigger than I feel it should be. I guess
fair,
it's just
fair.
it's just huge. It's a
There's
huge franchise,
so
and it's
many
just
video games. Yeah,
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 it
there
just
are.
hasn't really. I don't know. I guess it's just not for me. I don't know what it is. It just
Yeah,
never really captured me like some of the other franchises because it's been around for always,
40 years.
basically. Castlevania. Yeah,
Um, yeah, and I remember the original side scroller. It was fun.
yeah.
And it was like kind of like Ghosts and Ghouls for a lot of us. Ghosts and Goblins is what it was. Ghosts and Goblins.
Yeah.
Really old NES game. I think it was NES. But Castlevania has been around. There's been many iterations of the video game. There was
Hmm.
an animated series from HBO, I think, that came out what 3, 4 years, 5 years ago, 6 years, something like that.
Something
And it
like
had
that.
had 2, 3, 4 seasons. It wasn't bad. I watched it. It wasn't bad. It was interesting how they portrayed Dracula in it. Actually, because Castlevania, it is basically Dracula, right? And
Hmm.
so this is a new thing, but I thought, since we're watching stuff today, I thought we watch just be a trailer day is really what I planned.
A
You
little bit
guys
of a
ready?
trailer day, folks.
Here we
Let's
go.
see
No
it.
sound because they're going to hit me instantly, guys. Sorry. If you want to watch it, go
No.
watch it. Yeah. So, but this is Belmont's
YouTube
Curse, new
never.
game. This is a trailer for it, the 40th anniversary with a brand new game. And of course, Belmont
Is it
is
is it a side scroller still? Is that what we're doing?
I'm not sure. I haven't checked it out. Where I'm watching live with you. But Belmont is the hero guy that
Hmm.
you play. So
There it is.
this is the
Looks like a side
history of it.
scroller.
Although he's blonde now for some reason.
Oh, what's going on here? Why is it lagging so bad?
I don't know. I'm looking good. Looks good on my side. Yeah, it's a side scroller. But
Looks
I
that
mean,
way.
some of the side scrollers these days are really good though, dude. They've really excelled, side scrollers to a new level of play.
Hmm.
I remember side scrollers. The first big change for me with side scrollers was when Odd World came out.
Mm.
Odd's Odyssey was it called or whatever it was called.
Hmm.
And that was so different. Uh, Beautiful side scroller. I really enjoyed that. And these days they're putting out some amazing stuff. This looks good.
Does look pretty good. No, it is. It's one of those things that I've said for years that it was abandoned far too quickly. the two-dimensional side scroller. There was a lot more meat on the bone. I agree. I think the same thing about JRPG style turn-based combat.
Yeah,
Uh, there's just so much more you could have done with it, and they just all kind of up and abandoned it, which is
yeah,
strange to me.
it is strange. But anyway, we'll leave it on the
And
poo.
it's cheap, which is
Yeah,
cheap to make comparatively to compared to a full 3D situation.
sure. What do you think of this new style they got here? Because this is a different look. They say a new
It is.
gothic art style. What do you think?
It's okay. I think it'll have more legs than if they went for hyper realistic or something like that.
Sure.
I think that that's probably smart.
Yeah. The
Um,
gameplay will look good.
yeah, I actually think that most of the time, hype going for the realistic look is the wrong move. I think video games should look like video games
Yeah.
more often than not, and especially
Unless
a
you
game
can
that's this
really do
absurd.
it.
If you
I
got the
mean,
big budget to pull it off, yeah, sure.
well,
But most
yeah.
of these companies just don't, and then it just looks wonky or just does. It's just a waste of time and resources that you could have just polished your game
Yeah.
to pristine if
I'm
you went with a
telling you,
different art style.
we're so close to crossing the uncanny valley. We just saw the
Yep.
video with with the robot girl, with this seed dance, and you could
Yep.
tell, but it wasn't annoying my brain though. So in a way, it's already kind of crossed the uncanny valley because the uncanny valley it irritates your brain, right? That's why so many companies do exactly what Thunder just said. They actually will get as close to the uncanny valley as they can and then back it up
Yep.
because our brain is like, oh, this is a cartoon or oh, it's a game, and then our brain shuts off from caring about it, right?
Right.
But they're close, dude. They are close, close. And when that happens, oh, I don't know. I don't know. I think you're still
One
going to
of
get
the
people that are going to choose artistic direction like this, but
Yes.
wow. Yeah.
One of the big problems I have with the new Fable trailer is it doesn't look like Fable to me. They went away from that more whimsical art style that
Yeah, it looks more
especially the
Dragon
first game
Age.
had.
You're right.
Yeah, and I'm like, what are we doing here? Like, you had a very interesting, unique look. Go back to that.
Very
Go back to
cartoony,
that.
Pixar-y.
Yeah, but it was still dark as hell.
It was.
What the stuff that happens in that game, which was nice. It's a nice change of pace, I guess we'll call it. Uh, but now it just looks like every other game, every other third-person action game. It
Yeah.
doesn't really look that
Yeah.
different.
I thought it did look good though. Me personally, I don't
It
mind
looks
it.
fun.
I get your
It looks
point though,
fun.
because Fable does have its own style. You're right.
Yep.
I'm going to wait and see on that because I have my fingers crossed that that's going to be good fun. I haven't had a fun RPG to play in a while. But nevertheless, there you go, a new Castlevania, and I agree, Roger, it is about time. But to be fair, we have not ever been too distant from not having something new Castlevania. This has been a very enduring franchise, and for good reason. It's vampires, and it's fun, you know.
Yep.
And that video with the side scroller looked great. Grimlock, you like this kind of stuff? You must have an opinion.
Yes, I didn't have Konami pulling their heads out of their asses and remembering that they was a video game company on my 2026 bingo card.
No, especially yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So, yes, this was a very pleasant surprise this week. One of many, actually, that Konami dropped this week.
And what
So,
else did they drop? Inform us.
well, for those who were fans of Metal Gear Solid 4, who either not played that game since its initial release on the PlayStation 3 or never played it because you didn't have a PlayStation 3. Well, it is now coming to PC after 18, what is it, 18 years?
Yeah.
And a new Silent Hill
Right. That's true.
on the well.
Although the movie bombed
And,
horribly, but
no, well, see, this what made the surprising about this new Silent Hill is from the trailer. The black male protagonist, and he's not gay. I was
wow,
fucking shocked.
that is shocking. Yeah. Yeah, this new Belmont's Curse, you are playing the daughter of, right? What's the lady's
Right.
name that Belmont hooked up with? What's her name? Oh, damn it. But there's a lady who he teams up with, and this is their daughter in the game. So you are playing as a female, but at least it's a legacy one. And here, where it seems like we have Belmont himself in the game, right, as well. He is in there.
Yep.
So maybe she's trying to save her daddy or something like that. So, but yeah, it
And
looks good.
basically,
Side-scrolling stuff looks really good. Yeah,
they have has Castlevania has had a story.
it does. It has a very good very good story. Matter of fact, like I said, a few years ago, we had an animated series come out. I think it was on HBO. It was really
No, it was
good, dude.
Netflix.
I enjoyed it. Netflix, was it? I liked it though. Did you?
I heard great things about the first two seasons, but then they removed the main writer because of something he did 20 years ago, and God forbid, you do something in the past and people find out about it.
Yeah. Well, the last season wasn't as good. That's fair. That is fair. But I just love the idea of it because Dracula, after all, is very science fictiony in the Castlevania. It's not just magical fantasy. It's a mix. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, we got other stuff. This is interesting.
John Wick video game in development. Whoa, what happened? You zoomed in on me here, or did I zoom in? My bad. John Wick video game in development with Keanu Reeves. Watch the reveal trailer. I saw some of that. Let's check that out.
Yeah, we are going to check it out. And of course, here's the article. If you want to check it out, I don't know if we need it. It's freaking John Wick voiced by Keanu Reeves,
Mm-hmm.
and of course he's in the money constantly, but we know he's just going to give it away to charity because he's freaking
Mm-hmm.
Keanu Reeves. But although he does seem to like keeping the profits from his incredibly overpriced motorcycles.
Yep.
So maybe that's where he considers his money. Maybe for him, movies have become more of a, I don't know. He's a weird dude. But another
It's his
person,
true passion, motorcycle.
yeah, it probably is. He loves motorcycles. That he was hooked in one of his first movies. But you have there's some actors like that. Willem Dafoe's like that.
Yeah.
I mean, he pretty much all the money he's made has been going out to charity. He lives pretty simply, actually. Some
Yeah,
of
he
those
just walks
guys are
around New
like
York
that.
City like a normal guy. It's crazy.
Yeah. But anyway, let's take a look. Let's see what we got here for John Wick. This is just a reveal trailer. I didn't expect much, but so far, alrighty, looks good.
Strange. Discord's having a fit about playing this. I don't know why. It plays fine on the stream, but for some reason
Yeah,
to
it's
Discord
showing
it
fine on
stutters
the
really
stream.
bad.
Oh, that's a nice little more detail. When you get a tailored suit, it usually does look like that before it's finished. By the way,
Mm-hmm.
and of course the continental aspect of the world is amazing. It's such a good world building thing.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a shame that the show was ass. It was just boring.
Well, because it was woke. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks okay.
So this is supposed to be John Wick in his prime, the game.
Yeah. But and this is not, they're not done with this game. This is just a cinematic they put together.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I know you get to play as John Wick. That's not necessarily a bad thing. It's
Could
going
be
to be
fun.
Hitman-esque, maybe a little Yakuza style.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. And especially if the gameplay is actually thought out and you actually have to control little things like blocking and stuff.
Right.
Oh, it's got the Asian dude.
Little gun fu.
Dude, this could
I haven't had a good gun fu
easily
game in a
hit.
while.
This could easily hit like Hitman, dude. Easily.
Yeah.
If they do a good job with it, this could be the next Hitman, dude.
Hitman games are so fun.
They are. I mean, but if they really try and they get serious and just don't try to money grab, and give us real lore, real depth into the society, the secret society, and stuff like that, and just have John be our eyes. Yeah, this could be a banger, dude. What studio is
they're working
this?
on the 5th movie now, right? Even though they said they weren't gonna, but they are.
Wow, money, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. No, there's no reason not to keep making them. It's silly. Why wouldn't you?
True.
Why wouldn't you?
Yep.
There
So
it is.
That looks good. And Yeah, so I think that's money all day long. If you just make a solid movie, they really should either go Hitman style or maybe more appropriately Yakuza style without the comedy, right?
Right.
The Yakuza
Right.
video game, right? Um,
Mm.
yeah, I would think Yakuza would be way to go over Hitman, even though he is a hitman,
Hmm.
but because of the world that they're involved with.
Well, and
Um,
how much hand-to-hand combat you would want to do. You don't do a lot of that in Hitman.
That's true.
Um,
That is true. Yeah.
yeah.
But this could be a banger, dude, because John Wick is mega popular and Keanu Reeves is beloved, and this is such a good gig for him because all he has to do is talk. We know he's
Right.
because he's my age, dude, and he's done everything he can to stay in shape for these movies. I know how much pain he's in.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean,
That was the main reason he
seriously,
didn't want to keep making them. He's like, "This, I'm just getting too old, guys. This is
it
a lot of
hurts, man. It hurts.
work here."
Yeah.
But that's
But
why I still think my idea was the best idea. They should have had him take over as the elder,
yep.
and then
No,
he
this.
didn't have to be so physical in the movies. He just
Yeah.
needed to be there.
And you could introduce other characters. You could take us to other continentals around the world.
Yep.
You could have done a lot of things. I would have really stuck with a TV show and just kind of, the Continental was a good idea, but you gave us woke crap, woke nonsense. Just give us John Wick, man. But just have it inside the world and introduce different characters. And you could do season to season being different places around the world. A season in Paris, a season in somewhere in the Orient, a season in Istanbul, right? It could be fun. But nevertheless, this could be a mega hit if they don't screw it up. Any ideas, Grimlock? Guess not. He must be getting a snack. I'm the only one that can't snack. With that, I'm going to get coffee. That's what I'm going to
He's going
do.
to get coffee, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this guy. Look at him run away. Look at
Yep.
him go.
No, so you go ahead and
Um,
you talk about it. I'm going to get some coffee.
no, I actually think the John Wick franchise itself, they had the Ballerina come out. It didn't do very well. The Continental series didn't do very well. But that isn't because what you've built is bad. It's because you're misapplying it. And I do genuinely think you do need Keanu, at least for now, until somebody else can potentially come in and not fill his shoes because who's going to, but do a good enough job of such. But you gotta pass that torch, and you gotta do it right. You can't just get rid of him. You can't make him look lesser in order to do it. I just genuinely think what I would have done in the fourth movie, and I think it was perfectly set up for this if they would have just done it, is he kills the spoilers, kills the elder, sets him down a path of a pure war with the High Table. Uh, okay, put basically he should have had them bent over a barrel, and the only way out for either any of them was for him to take the elder's place. He's by far the best assassin they have. Obviously, he's shown that he has a tactical mind, and I do think it would have been better for him to have done so, not just from a practical standpoint of they could have then made more John Wick movies easily with him still as the main character, quote unquote, but more of a mentor than the direct guy out there doing all the ass kicking. And then you just introduce new characters, younger ones, younger assassins, whatever. And then you could have went on this night. The fourth movie or the fifth movie even could have been about him consolidating his power, making sure he has control over the Continentals, making sure he has control over the High Table. Even you could even had like a civil war in the organization over it. There's so many things you could have done that would have been very interesting, very fun to watch. I honestly think, as much as I like the fourth movie mostly because of the action, I think narratively it was easily the weakest, and it kind of fell apart because in the third movie he states very plainly the reason why he keeps fighting is because he wants to remember his wife. He doesn't. There's no one left to remember her once he's gone, is what he effectively says. And then by the fourth movie, he's just like, "Yeah, I'm okay with dying." What? What happened here? How did we get from point A to point B? There's things like that would have been easily solved or cleaned up if he survives and takes a position of authority. I think that makes more sense personally. I think it's the only way you're going to actually end that conflict without it feeling cheap. or without him wiping out all the members of the High Table, which he didn't do. We didn't even see any more members of it, which is strange to me. So I genuinely think that would have been a better move. And then the fifth movie should have been about him consolidating, him training the new crop, have a couple of their new guys who are guys, girls, whatever, who are really, really, really good. And he has become even more of a mythical figure. Maybe do a little time jump to the point where, he's the elder, so most people don't even know he exists. And he takes interest in a couple of assassins, 2 or 3, and then takes them under his wing, and then you go from there. I just think it would be interesting because the whole narrative of the movies has been focused around him and the table being after him trying to get revenge, yada yada yada, and it would have been interesting to see what this world looks like when it's functioning properly. Right? That could have been really interesting to see, and we never really got to see that. Now we might get to see it in this game, which would be really cool. What's this supposed to look like? How does this actually work? We got all this great lore, all this great world building done, I think, perfectly. I know some people don't like the way they did it, but I think they did it perfectly. They show, don't tell. What does it actually look like? How does he get missions? How does that happen? How does he get paid for his missions? Who does he respond? Who does he talk to? Is it the Continental, or is the Continental just neutral ground? Like, none of these things are really known. All we know is that he took some missions for certain people at different points, but it would be very interesting to see. It would also be interesting to see some less experienced, less capable assassins and see what they, their trials and tribulations. I think that could be a very interesting way to continue the series. It allows him to stay a central figure and honestly still the main character because he's the one, in the mentor role. And then you could lead from the fifth movie could be that movie that, if you're going to keep making them, which they're clearly going to, be that branch movie, the Monkey Branch movie, where you go from him as the main, action protagonist to him taking over a mentor leadership role, and then you build out from there.
Yeah.
And then that way he can be in everything easily because he's not doing as much
cameos.
physical labor. And it makes sense for him to be. It makes sense for him to be in the video game, training a new crop or something. It makes sense for him to show up in the television shows. It makes sense for these things now all make sense. They're not just forced cameos. I just think that was the play, and I think they really missed an opportunity by just killing him off. Admittedly, a cool little duel that was cool, but it just didn't work for me.
Well, it wasn't
didn't work for me, baby.
It wasn't the right way to kill him.
No.
It wasn't the right way. If you want to kill him off, fine, but it had to be in the right way. Because
I said while you were gone, we never even got to see the rest of the table. The rest of the members of the High Table, we don't even know. Is there a place where they meet? Is that a thing? We never got to see any of that.
Oh,
and I thought for sure the fourth movie would. Yeah. So he clearly has survived, because like I said, they're working on a fifth movie now, which we all assumed that he did. That was a bait and switch at the end, but I would love to see that. I think if I still think the best move is him to become the Elder. Then you can keep the name, keep calling it John Wick, because the other problem they have is a branding problem. If he's not in it, what do you call the damn movie? What do you call the show? What do you call
Ballerina?
You've lost your branding recognition just because he's not there. The name isn't there. It's the same thing Star Wars has. The same problem Star Wars has. They have to call it Star Wars whatever because otherwise people don't know what the hell it is, and they're not interested.
Well, I mean, they could just go on a limb and try. They could try.
Wow. They did. It was called Ballerina. How'd that work out?
Yeah, but see, that's different because John Wick is John Wick.
Yes.
It's just the vehicle for Keanu. You have to do the groundwork to separate it from him. And they had an opportunity and they missed it.
Yep.
Right?
That's what I was saying. You have him pass the torch, but you do it slowly. You don't diminish him ever. He's won at this point. He shouldn't be losing to anybody under any circumstances. And that was one of the good things in Ballerina, that they do have their little fight, and it's very clear he's way out of her league. It's not even close. And that's a good thing. But my point is that's the way you have to do it. You have to, not the Star Wars way, what they did with Luke. The complete opposite, in fact. Allow him to be a cherished legend, if you will. And then you can build out from that. I think if you found a couple young actors and maybe a really nice looking, lady, young lady. And this is how I would
Is it like
personally
a
do it.
daughter
He
character? Yeah.
could be, yeah. He takes over. He gets the elder. That's how they make peace, right? Him and the high table. That's how they make peace. And so he's basically in charge, kind of how whatever level of authority the elder has, he has it now. And he finds out, you do a time skip, and then we get to watch this world actually function. How does this work? Because we don't really get to see that. He's always at war with it or on the outside of it. In the first movie, he's on the outside of it now. We don't really get to see the functionaries of it, not fully. We get some tastes of it, but it'd be really cool to watch it in action.
Yeah.
And you could show that through him, and he's guiding these new people who are exceptional. These are the best of the best, whatever. And I think if you had three of them, it's a perfect number. You can do a rivalry between all three of them if you wanted to, build that tension. And that was one of the great things about the movies, at least the ones that, the best parts of it was the fact that they did that. And even in the last movie, they had the blind guy. There's that tension between him and John because they're both trying to prove, who's the best.
Well, there's also
The
extra
third movie,
pressure on him, right?
yes, the third movie has is it Donnie Yen, I think? That
Yeah.
character is the same thing. And they do this repeatedly. And you could easily do that with two characters who you intend to eventually pass the franchise to. But you'd have to build up to it.
Yeah.
And they just haven't done that work.
I have a feeling because during the series of 4 movies, we've seen 2 elders, 2.
Yes.
And they were both, Arabic people. And I
Right.
think in their mind, the elder they're playing off the assassin word,
Right.
right? The Arabic word, right? And that they are the best and they control, and so the elder has to be an Arab. I
Mhm.
kind of got that feeling from them.
Could be.
But I don't think that
But
they need to
John's an
stick to.
existential threat.
Yeah.
Obviously, since they threw everything at him multiple times and none of it worked. Uh,
Well,
and
he's
honestly, the only
immortal
reason
character.
he even tries to at the end there isn't because he's losing. He's not losing. He's still kicking their ass. It's because he mostly just wants it to be done and to help his friend. Right? Help his friend, the blind guy. They're friends. They don't hate each other. They don't dislike each other at all. But they're on the opposite sides of this situation.
Yeah, and Donnie Yen didn't want anything to do with it, but his hand was forced.
Right. Exactly.
Actually, Donnie did a
Right.
good job in that character. I thought he did a really
I
good
do.
job.
Yeah, I thought I did great.
Yeah.
I like that character. I like the movie. I just think the way they took him out was dumb. I think there was a
not
lot better ways to do
the
it.
right way. Yeah, it wasn't
Yeah.
the right way. You could have killed him off, but you had to do it the correct way. But nevertheless, cool. They could do something really good with this. This could be something. It could be something.
Could be fun. Could be a good time.
Now, we watched the trailer the other day. I'm sure you've all seen it, so I'm not going to watch the trailer again, but I am going to talk about this.
There it is. I'm excited personally.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people. I saw some people on the internet complaining that it sounds like he's slurring his words a lot.
It's
I'm
Nick
like,
Cage.
he's drunk.
Yeah.
It's pretty clear he has a drinking problem. Like
Yeah.
that's very obvious in the trailer that this man he likes him some alcohol.
Right.
So he's probably supposed to sound that way, guys. That's probably part of the characterization.
Yeah.
And I thought it looked great. I think they did a great job with the art style. I think Nick looks good. I think the Spider Noir, whoever's actually in the costume, looks good. It might be Nick. I doubt it though.
I just not.
Um,
No.
No, it's just I think they're doing good. We'll just see what the story is.
Yeah.
Personally,
Well,
it might be
I
dog
do
shit, but
I do have
it
more
looks good.
details on it. I
Yeah.
did a bit of research. Basically, for several reasons, his name is not Peter Parker. I forget what it's a name that it does ring a tone for me as a old time comic bookie. I don't know what it is, but yeah, he's playing Ben Riley. Now, Grimlock,
Oh,
why is that name ringing to me?
it's good luck here.
Yeah, well, they're calling him this, and some suggesting it's actually an alias. But this is mainly a couple things are going to change because of the noise between Sony and Marvel. All right,
Mm-hmm.
you're just going to have to deal with that. So him being called Ben Riley lets them do what they want, right? Also, he's
Right.
not Spider-Man; he's the Spider, right?
Right.
Also, this is not the comic book. This is after. Well, it is the comic book, but he retired and now he's coming back in. So this is not the first time the world has seen the Spider. He's
Right.
been retired for quite a while. He's basically a private detective, and he puts the suit back on, puts the mask back on as an older
Ben
man.
Riley, Chester, is the Scarlet Spider. That's where you
Oh,
know
there
that
it
name
is.
from.
There it is.
Yeah.
Okay. But so that's why I know it. Okay. So there have been some changes and there's some noise about that, but you shouldn't have any noise about it at all. Um, it looks great. They're offering this in two formats. You can either watch it in black and white or in color. I think black
Yep.
and white's all day long. Thank you.
Yeah.
Um,
Probably. Yeah. Mhm.
from the tone of the trailer, people think it is going to be dark as the comic books were because they were shockingly dark. Those were
Yes.
adult comics. They were not for
It's noir.
kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know. I wouldn't play too much in the trailer. Let's see. And of course, the third most important point is this is a series, a TV
That's right.
series, which I think is
Which is what it should be.
amazing.
Yeah, I think
Um,
it should be.
yeah. So I'm all day. I hope they take like a dozen pages out of Penguin, please.
Yes. 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 No,
And
I think he's going to do great. I think the one great thing about him is his voice is perfect. There's a reason he was cast for it in the animated movie.
yeah,
He has a perfect inflection to his voice, perfect tone to really kind of nail that noir grit that he needs.
yeah,
And I think when Nick cares about something and he's on, he's one of the best to do it. He's a great actor when he gives a shit. That we'll see if he does here. We'll see. I have a feeling he does though. He seems to really be enjoying himself.
yeah. And we know that he does a lot of stuff just to keep money in his pocket. But every
Yep.
now and then we get genius out of Nick
Yes,
Cage.
just genuine genius. Like,
Yeah.
whoa,
So
wait a minute.
let's keep our fingers crossed, and that's what we're getting here. Genius.
Yeah,
They're smart to make it. He's coming out of retirement because Nick is old. Makes sense.
right. Older
But
man.
seeing as he
A
has
lot
a
of the noir stuff is similar to that. Older
it is
guys,
older
they're
dudes.
not
That's
young.
true.
Yeah.
And of course, he has mystical. He was bitten by a mystical spider, not the radioactive spider, of course.
Hmm.
So he, even though older, he still would be superior because he's altered.
A superhuman. Right.
He's going to be fighting Sandman. We'll see. Like one of the best parts of Spider-Man Noir was the Vulture, who was a freaking straight up cannibal. It was awesome.
Yep.
So we'll see, but it looks good, man. And
It does.
I got my fingers
And this is
crossed
what we've
all
been
day,
saying we
dude.
want them to do. You have so much depth in these worlds, especially Spider-Man, and alternate versions of them and stuff. There's no good reason to not play with it. Like, let's
Yeah.
go. You
Yeah.
got Spider Noir, you got 2099, you got all sorts of alternate versions you could play with if you wanted to. Why not? Let's see what happens.
Catwoman or Black Cat,
Yep.
sorry.
Black Cat. Yep. Yeah,
I
no, I think it
seriously
looks
doubt
good.
she'll see any action from her. I think she's just going to be like an information love interest. Probably there's a spider he got bit by during the war.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. Oh God, he looks good, dude.
He does. What's going on, Ben?
Sandman right there.
Good old Ben Riley. That's interesting that they decided to make him Spider-Man Noir.
Why not? I mean, they're going to have to make some alterations, and a lot of it's going to come out. Got plastered. A lot of it's gonna come out of their trouble having to deal with Marvel, right?
Right.
And old Nick just being crazy Nick. You got Molten Man there. I love it. He gave him a chubby secretary. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at him.
It looks wonderful.
I said before, I think noir needs to make a comeback. I think it's a very unique art style and it's beautiful.
It is.
And this could be the start. If this is good, we could see more noir stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. No. I don't care about the color. I want it black and white. And it's great that they're doing both, meaning it's the black and white is going to be intentionally made that way. They're not just going to black and white it, meaning they're going to the cinematography is going to be actually intended for black and white, and that's
Yes.
great.
In fact, the color will probably look weird.
The color
Probably
might
look more
be a
weird
little
than the.
off. Yeah, I have a feeling, but I
Yeah.
don't care. I don't want to see it. I want it in black and white.
Yeah. No, it
And
looks good.
yeah,
It
I'm
needs to have
all
that
day.
sense that that which it looks like it does have that existential sense of dread that just follows every
Yeah,
scene.
it needs
That's
to
what
be
noir
dark.
does great.
It needs to
Yeah.
be dark, yeah. And I don't mind a little bit of wacky, Nick Cage being Nick Cage. I don't mind that. This is a situation. Older man has been had to put the mask back on. There's literally an existential threat going on that forces him to do that. He has all
Right.
kind of issues. He's an alcoholic. Nick Cage is the dude to play that.
He is.
Because even though obviously Charlie Sheen is the king of the bad boys, he's nothing compared to Nick Cage, man. I don't know how in the hell Nick dodged all those bullets because this guy was a wild man, a
He
wild man.
was. He probably still is, if we're being honest.
He's got now. He's like a little older than me, dude. He's got to calm down a bit,
One would think.
Although he does put a lot of women in his bed still, which good
Yeah.
on for you, dude. Because I don't got the energy for that shit.
Yeah.
But
No, I like Nick Cage a lot. I've always liked Nick Cage. I'm glad that he's kind of had a little bit of a renaissance here in his career in the last decade or so.
yeah,
He is one of those guys who, yeah, he can be a bit of a douchebag. That's true, factual.
yeah.
But when he's on, he's undeniable. He's a force on the screen when he's at his best.
Yeah.
And I hope this will be one of those times. It looks like it because it's got just the right amount of Nick Caginess.
Yeah.
Right? With the scene where he's like doing the weird motions with his arms and stuff. Like, yes, they get it. They get Nick Cage. They get why he works. And I think it'll work. I think it's going to be good. We'll see. I think it's going to be good though.
I've seen a lot of great Nick Cage movies. The last one was the where he played Dracula, Bela Lugosi's Dracula. It was so good, dude. It was so good. The only bad thing about that movie is that Aquafina girl. And it's why?
Mm-hmm.
And there's another couple Asian girls running around that are just, hardcore bitches. Why do they think that's a good idea? I don't know. But they're just
I don't either.
mega bitches, dude. Mega, just full on cunts, dude.
Yeah.
And it's like, what are you doing?
Why
would you act like that?
Like, I can get it if you're like exceptional, truly exceptional as a performer, but they're not even close.
No.
Not even remotely close.
I don't know their name, but because they're kind of in the hip hop world, the two that I'm thinking of, but they're just the nastiest thing. And they intentionally, they're playing that angle, right?
Right.
It's just so nasty, and it's like, it's the type of person that you have to hold back from just taking their face and putting it through a window.
Mm-hmm.
It's that kind of personality, right?
Right. Yeah. No, I really am looking forward to this Spider-Man noir, noir, whatever they're calling it. I don't even dislike. Especially, I'm glad that if they're not going to call him Spider-Man, which is good, that he's not Peter Parker. Personally, I think that's a good
that's fine.
way to separate it.
But yet they gave
we all know what he is
to Ben Reilly.
Yeah, right. And then Ben Reilly now has a canonical name. I just saw him giving some interview on some stage talking about somebody asked if he wanted to be in the MCU, and he's like, I don't really care. I'm Nick Cage. That's what he said. He said, I don't really care. I'm Nick Cage, and I just think that's just so Nick.
It is. Well, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. He came out with a movie a few years ago where he literally played himself.
That's right. Yeah. Played his own ego effectively. An avatar of his own ego, and it was funny.
It was funny.
He knows who he is. He's not. It's not that he's unaware that he's kind of a douche. He knows who he is.
He's very rare. Yeah. And it's unfortunately that Surfer movie didn't really make money because it's actually really good.
Yeah.
A horror movie. He does horror so well, dude. And
he's
that's
got
why I really hope
uncanniness he's got.
It is, yeah. But I really hope they sink their teeth into true noir here, and don't pussyfoot around it, because that the trailer does seem a little bit more jokey than noir should be. But
Yeah.
who's directing this? Do we know?
I'm sure it says in there somewhere.
Yeah, let's see here. It's got to be an MGM's channel. That's not great, but I'm sure it'll drop. But for me, it'll be on Netflix. I'm sure.
Then it goes to Prime Video app right after that.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they're doing that. Probably just
Um,
I don't know.
let's see here. Full cast: Nick Cage, Lamorne Morris, Legion Lee. That's a great name you got there,
Lee
baby.
Jun Lee. Oh boy,
See about a lot of names
they
here.
got
I
a
don't see
Karen.
anything.
They got a
Let's see.
Karen.
Some
Emmy-winning director
pictures.
Harry Bradbeer.
All right.
There you go.
Okay.
He does the first 2 episodes. So the showrunners are Oren Uziel and Steve Lightfoot, apparently.
Okay. Let me check one at a
I've
time
never heard
here.
of Harry
I
Bradbeer.
haven't.
What's he done?
I haven't either. Let's see if he's
That's
done anything
probably a
good.
good thing if we haven't.
Probably a
He's
good thing.
British.
Yeah. Let's see what you've done here, buddy.
Oh no. Oh no. I see one you're not going to like as soon as you get down there.
All righty. All right. So director, he's done a lot. He's done
Done
quite a
quite a
bit.
bit. Yep.
Yeah. All right. So let's see here. Um, let's see here. I don't recognize any of this. A lot of drama stuff. All right. Some historical stuff though. That's good. That's good, actually. Um, yeah, a lot of drama, which
Lots
is
of
what
drama,
it.
but keep going. You'll see it.
Oh, Fleabag. Jesus.
Fleabag and then up at the top here.
The Enola Holmes thing. Yeah.
So we'll
And of course,
see.
Spider-Man Noir.
Hopefully, we'll see. I'm more curious
Yeah,
about the showrunners.
but that those things are the concept is dumb, but that doesn't mean they weren't well done though. Because I didn't
No,
watch
they're
them.
fine.
Because who cares about some made up new character for a made up character? It doesn't make sense.
Hmm.
And let's see here. Where was I? Yeah. And Oren Uzul and Stephen Lightfoot. All right.
Co-showrunners. That's also not necessarily a good sign either. 2 captains.
No, it isn't. I don't know if this is a normal team or not. Let me just do this for each of them. Alrighty.
He looks like an Oren.
He has
Oh,
done
wait,
very little.
he's
He's a
done.
writer.
So he did that Lost City. I actually like that Lost City movie.
Mortal Kombat
Um,
Rebirth, the 22 Jump Street. That was funny. Freaks of
he did
Nature.
Cloverfield
That was. I
Paradox.
actually love that movie. Cloverfield Paradox was fun. Yeah, no, there ain't nothing wrong here. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Let's
Lost
see.
City's pretty good if you haven't watched it. It's kind of a rom-com action thing, but it's fun. It's fine.
Okay. But those movies are what the this guy has very little attention here.
2 BAFTAs. Oh, he did
Oh,
Narcos.
Hannibal. Oh, I don't need any more. He did a couple Narcos.
Yep,
He did pretty much all of Hannibal. Yeah,
yep,
okay.
Punisher.
They got a team. They put a team together here, buddy.
I'm putting together a team.
Alrighty.
Yeah, no, this should be good. That's better. That's much better.
Much better.
This guy has made some very good television series, so
Yeah.
hopefully this is one of them.
Yeah, that's
'Cause,
awesome.
I mean,
But
honestly, you got Nick Cage, you got a top level star. The rest of the cast probably largely is irrelevant because he can carry it if everything else is good around him.
yeah.
And he's in. If he's in, he'll carry it. We've seen him do it.
Yeah, no, that's definitely true if he's in. And he looks
Yeah.
to be having fun. And this is a for certain generations, this is an absolutely lifetime opportunity for him.
Yeah.
Because we know Nick Cage, but the youngins don't know him as well. But if
Mhm.
this hits really well, like Penguin, because I guarantee
Oh, yeah.
you, a lot of people know who Colin Farrell is today who didn't know who he was yesterday.
Yeah. Well, he
Right?
was always just that guy. He's just
Yeah.
in stuff.
But he's always been good. He's always
Yeah.
been good.
Eh,
But he's a household name now.
Oh, yeah.
And Nick is probably a little bit better known, but the young kids don't know Nick Cage, dude. But if they crank this and this goes, Yeah, this could be big for him, dude.
Be a
Real
big
big.
deal, and he could be at the forefront of a noir renaissance, which is a big deal as well.
I think so. Yeah, yeah.
A guy like him, like he's old Hollywood lineage. This guy, I'm sure he has great respect for noir. Most of them
I
do.
bet she does.
So
But
it'd be really nice. I genuinely think it'd be huge culturally
it could
if
be.
noir made a
Yeah.
comeback.
Well, think about this. If because of what we're getting with this, and if it hits, imagine we get a noir renaissance, but
Yep,
it has a supernatural penchant to it.
it'd be great.
Ooh, that would be
Noir does it good. They
wonderful,
do it well in
dude.
noir.
You can,
It's
you
because,
can.
like I said, that the thing, in my opinion, that makes noir work is there's all of them have this undertone of dread at all
Yeah,
times. It's just the
yeah.
way it's shot, the way that the lines are delivered. Everything just has this like hum to it, and when it's done right, and that is perfect for supernatural stuff if you do it right. Perfect. The tension's already there. It's ingrained.
Yeah, I agree 100%, dude. And film noir is crime drama, is what it is.
Yes.
It's kind of
Typically,
like,
yes.
in a strange way, it's like giallo. Now, giallo in Italian literally is a crime drama, is what it is.
Hmm.
But it just kind of went in the supernatural way. It just became this kind of gory supernatural horror movies, even though that wasn't
Right.
the intention. Of course, this is coming out of the word noir is because of the French critics from the 30s and 40s. They were the ones calling it noir. But it is crime fiction, and it's usually very cynical, right?
Hmm.
And the themes are super dark. So yeah, I'm all for it all day long, dude. You know what I think about Nick. Anyway, let's move on because I won't shut up. All right. So here are just the occasion we come over here and look at this. This is just coming soon trailers. These are just the trailers. Um, this right here, I think, is the Friday the 13th thing, maybe. Um,
Gillian Anderson. She still looks pretty good for her age. I got to give her credit. She's aged pretty well.
she has, and I always thought it was weird her playing the roles because always plays like a sophisticated lady, but this is a tramp. This is what
Yeah.
she
Oh yeah.
really is. Yeah.
100%. That's a mega slut.
Um,
That's what she
that's
is.
a mega slut. Yeah. So I don't know, but she pulls it off. She pulls it off.
She is an
Um,
actress, after all.
so maybe this isn't what I thought it was. I thought this was the blood camp thing. And it looks like she's going back to her schlocky B roots.
Yeah.
There isn't even a volume for me to touch. It's just the credits anyway. I thought that was Friday the 13th thing. It's not. I Live Here Now is already out. Audacity, something very bad is going to happen. Okay, fine. That lady is good at creepy stuff, though. Bridgerton, don't care. Ciao. Alrighty then. This looks kind of like Paprika a little bit. The Drift, Polar Bears Are Dangerous. Okay, Deep Water. I did see a trailer the other day. It was Nicole Kidman. Oh, here it is. Right, this Scarapetta, and she's a like a coroner, but an investigative coroner, right? And she's this hard boiled, tough coroner that's out there solving crimes, and it was the dumbest trailer I've seen in years. It's so dumb, dude. It's like
Yeah.
Nicole Kidman is not the choice for that, dude. That is not the choice. But you and Grimlock, if you see something you want me to click on, let me know. If you guys want to laugh, you can watch Scarapetta. I tell you that. Is that a pornography?
Who knows?
That looks like a
I am
pornography.
interested in the second season of One Piece because the first one's just fun.
Cool. Yeah, people seem to like it. Good for them. But the guy involved is involved, so
It's him. It's Oda.
Yeah, yeah.
He has final say on everything. At least he did in the first season. I would assume he does in the second as well. To the point where he literally made them reshoot whole scenes because he didn't like it, and they did it.
Yeah, no,
Which is
as they
how you
should.
have to do it. If you have a property that you've created, this has been the problem with selling this shit to Netflix. You should make sure you're in control of it when it's being adapted,
Yeah.
100%. And if you can't,
S-
then don't take the money. Be like, no, I'm
That's
good then.
true. Satanic slasher movie. Interesting.
It's not like Oda's hurting for money. The
No,
man's doing
no.
okay.
Oh, this is
Oh
dumb.
boy, here we
Okay.
go. More lesbian propaganda.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
it looks like it. Yeah. Mandalorian and Grogu. No, thank you. Done. Hail Mary. A lot of people still talking about that. I don't love you anymore, therefore die. All right, fine. Rooster, 1 mile, no idea. The miniature wife, huh?
What?
Young Sherlock, dude, that's going to be so gay. Although it's Guy Ritchie,
Yes,
though, it could be really cool. Actually, it could be super slick. It
Guy
is Guy
Ritchie is
Ritchie.
fun. He is a
Yeah,
fun time.
yeah, it could be super slick. Um, the dinosaurs. Oh, okay. Exit 8. Tony Odyssey. Ready or Not 2. No one's gonna watch that shit, dude. Faces of Death. What? What? I don't. How can you make Faces of Death today?
They're doing it.
I don't know about that, dude. How about this War Machine? Have you seen the trailer yet?
I have not.
Yeah, this has got your boy in it. Let's see if it's any good. All right. So we wake up. He got knocked out. He's a military dude. I don't know. I think in military he wasn't allowed to be this big.
He's pretty big.
I think they have restrictions on that.
Well, he'd have to be able to make sure, as long as he meets the the ability to
Right.
move, that kind of stuff.
I think they'd put him on a lot of extra drills and knock that weight down, though, dude.
Probably.
I mean, honestly, I saw that movie, Wrecking Crew, with Batista and Jason Momoa, and
Yeah, I need to watch that.
even though Batista is literally of German Greek descendancy, he has nothing to do with Polynesians. They try to
Yeah,
sell him as a Polynesian, which I thought that was appropriation, but okay, I guess he's brownish, so it's all right. Momoa, of course, is Hawaiian, and it's just it's okay, it's fine. It's a fun little film, although it is 100% white man bad, 100%.
of course.
Yeah, so just know that going in, but it is a fun little thing, and it's got that cute, super cute lady. She's getting old, but she's still cute, and she was fun. It's a salary movie. This is an alien movie, dude.
Looks
I
that way,
didn't know
huh?
that
I
at
wasn't
all.
expecting that. Yeah,
It almost looks like a retelling of War of the Worlds.
kind of.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of looks like they were already there. It
That thing
looks like
looks like
it's
a Metal Gear from.
a
Is what
little
that
bit,
looks like. Yeah.
and the CG looks okay.
So
It's
it's
not.
kind of a play on the Predator. Um, you think he's the war machine, and it's a literal war machine from
Yeah,
space.
comes from space, comes up, or where it's from. Um, yeah, so cool. All right. Yeah. I haven't heard much from Grimlock today. He's been awful quiet.
He's a quiet boy.
Dark Winds.
Yeah.
Drama. There's literally a movie called The Drama. Good job, guys.
Excellent.
Yeah. Operation Taco Gary. Stranger Things. Fuck off, dude. Gabby's Dollhouse, little kitty thing. Michael, they're doing some biopic of Michael Jackson. He doesn't look anything like Michael. On
It's
this
way too normal.
day, 1776. Outlander. I have no interest in watching Horish women do Horish things. Thank you. Dolly from Shudder. All right. This guy, what's his name again? This guy,
Oh, come on.
Jason Bateman.
Yeah,
He's
Bateman.
shockingly good actor, dude. People always kind of discount him. Me too, but he's really good at what he does, man.
Yep.
Yeah. This is some original show or movie. I don't know. I'm not really interested, but Jason Bateman can do his thing, man. No one cares about that. Marshals. All
Wait,
right.
that's a movie for Booster. I love boosters. Look at that.
Yeah, and we know how he is about the dating the black ladies.
I'm
Star
not gonna
Wars
lie.
Maul Shadow
As
Lord.
much as I hate what they've done to Star Wars, Shadow Lord looks pretty good. It looks pretty good.
Does it? I haven't checked it out. Let me go see.
It's basically what George Lucas wanted to do with Darth Maul, basically. Because
Okay.
if you ever seen his concepts was basically he was going to turn Maul into the leader of the underworld, right? He was going to take over the criminal networks, the syndicate, and all that.
Right.
Uh, and that was going to be what the
Was
seventh, eighth,
animated.
and
That's
ninth movie was
already a
about.
plus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the animated stuff
So
from the Wokies tends to be a bit better. Like Arcane,
mhm.
gorgeous, freaking gorgeous.
Yeah, it's
It's
pretty
woke,
good.
but it works better in an animated
But look at the
situation.
aesthetic. Look how much they nailed it. Like
Yeah, it does look good.
this looks like Star Wars so much more than the movies have. The
Yeah.
last three movies did.
Well, because they think it's 2025 Hollywood. They don't
Hmm.
realize this is a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, dude.
There he
At least
is.
try.
There's the man himself. I
He's
love
got
Darth Maul.
he got the
He's
metal
such a great
legs, or is
character.
this before?
This is after, I believe, so he should have the metal legs.
I see.
I believe. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is after.
Okay. And he's taking in an apprentice, it looks like.
Hmm. Boom. It just looks good.
It
I
does
love the
look good,
aesthetic.
dude.
The cinematography's amazing. Maul sounds good. Looks good.
Is
He's
he a
clearly
bad
not.
guy though?
That's what he's. No, he shouldn't be a good guy, but he is still fighting the Empire. So tangentially, he's a good guy, I guess.
I guess. Well, we do need to keep in mind with the Emperor. There is an interesting wrinkle with the Emperor. His
Hmm.
manner of doing things is definitely evil.
Yes.
But his intention, because if you read the books, you know
Hmm.
what he's actually doing, right? And you have
Right.
the Thrawn series, which everyone loves, right? It comes after.
Oh yeah.
But the Emperor, spoilers, for 50 years. Um, uh, the Emperor knows of a looming threat coming into the galaxy, and they need to
Right.
prepare for it. And he is preparing them by creating the army of the Republic. His purpose is beyond dealing with the Jedi and dealing with rogue states within the Empire. That's not his intention. That's just day-to-day duties. His intention is to prepare an army strong enough to deal with this threat, and he was, as we know from this the canonical story, 100% correct. And even what he was able to prepare wasn't enough. The only one who saves the day is Luke. And he
The man.
knows this. This is why he was trying to recruit Luke instead of killing him
Yep.
outright.
Well, that's what he saw, right? Because
Yeah.
it's hinted at in the movies, even that Luke is important to the Emperor. He wants to corrupt. He wants to turn him. He doesn't just want him
He
destroyed.
needs him. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a reason, and the
Yeah.
reason is fleshed out more in the books.
It is.
Um,
And
and then
imagine
Luke
if
goes full on Super Saiyan
he
Jedi and
does go super. My
handles
God,
that
he goes
threat.
Super Saiyan, dude. But holy shit, super Saiyan. But here's the thing. Now imagine if Disney was like, "Hey, let's do that." Imagine,
Been nice,
you
right? Would been
dumbasses.
nice. Give us Grandmaster Luke Skywalker, the greatest Jedi to ever exist. Probably, arguably, the strongest Force user to ever exist. That would have been nice to see in
Yeah,
live and
and
live in color. But no, we
it
got goat milk
also
titties.
great
That's what we
twist
got.
with the Emperor, fleshes him out a lot more. Boy, you could have had something really cool,
He's
dude.
still evil. No, make no doubt.
Yeah,
He's still
but he's
evil as
right
shit.
though. He is
But
actually
he's not
helping.
wrong.
He's helping.
Yeah.
He is helping. Yeah. But he's doing what ultimately is right.
And what's funny is he succeeded because it's
He
his
did.
constant
He
battles
did.
with Luke that makes him stronger and stronger and stronger until he eventually is capable of handling. What do they call? I can't remember their name. The Vong
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah.
Handling
So
them,
Vaughn. Yeah. But
and he handles it.
mhm. I mean, I really thought that's what Disney was going to give us
It would have been
initially,
nice.
because it's
Would have
just
been
it
nice.
makes sense. because it all ties together. The first act, which we saw now, but the books on that were not the same, right?
Right.
He went way more kiddie, or political. And it's like, dude, pick a lane, George, right?
Right. Yeah.
But you have the first trilogy, sets it up. You have the New Hope, which of course is very famous, and then you have the Thrawn trilogy, which wraps it all up.
Yep.
It's really really well done. I don't know who wrote that. I know George didn't, but it is fun. Let's see here. This is not a Tepillion. I
Yeah, no,
think I
Super
watched.
Saiyan Luke would have been nice to see.
It would have been, dude.
Some of the feats he has in those books are outrageous. They are outrageous. He eventually goes so fast you literally can't even see him. He's just he's that fast. Like he holds starships together with just his mind as they're falling apart in hyperspace. In hyperspace, he's holding the Millennium Falcon together with just his mind.
Well, I
That's
do
insane.
believe his finishing move was throwing a black hole at something.
Yeah, yeah, basically, yeah.
So, yeah, yeah. I haven't even seen this Doomsdayer thing. Have I? Have I seen this? I don't think I've seen it.
What is it? What do we got?
Doomsday trailer? I didn't even know there was one. I know there have been leaks. Is this one of the so-called big air quote leaks?
I don't know.
No, this is the one with Thundaro's boy Baku.
Oh boy,
I
what do
like
we got?
M'Baku, man.
I
The
do
white
too.
ape.
He should have been. He should have been Black Panther. It would have been better.
It would have made more sense because of the unfortunate situation. It's a shame we lost the guy. It's sad and good on him because he was filming that Black Panther movie sick, dude. And good on him.
Yeah. Look at him.
Um,
Look at that beast.
yeah, he's great, dude. M'Baku's
He's
so
totally a
cool.
racist, but I like him. I appreciate
Oh,
it.
I'm sure he is. Yeah, damn white
No,
people.
he is. Even in the movie, he is. He's straight up a racist against the
Oh,
white guy.
this
He doesn't
movie
like him.
is very racist. Yeah. The Wakandans and the Fantastic Four will return in Avengers Doomsday. It's just no one of those pseudo leak crap. All right. Disney
We
still
still have
pulling it.
absolutely no idea what's happening in that movie, by the way, because I don't know if they do. For being honest,
I don't think they do. We've seen so much nonsense come out of it. Wrecking Crew, like I said, it's 100% white man
You're
bad.
back.
Pure Polynesian racism. But it is a fun little. It's a salary movie, is what it is. But it's a fun little romp. Dave Bautista is actually the producer. I don't know if he directed it as well, but it's fine for what it is. Little popcorn action flick. Jason Momoa actually has a bit of a story arc. Bautista's character is really solid, kind of a fatherly figure. It's not bad. I just wish it wasn't white man bad and it was just a normal Polynesian story. Of course, I had to laugh the whole time during it because it's acting like how that you have like these criminal underworld and Hawaii's really dangerous, dude. Hawaii is not dangerous at all. But whatever. Undertone. Grimlock, are you alive? Has something happened to you? Are you dead? I guess he
Yes,
is. Oh,
I
he
am
is.
dead.
He is dead, guys. The death of Robin Hood, don't care. More pseudo leaks. Send Help is getting a lot of attention though. Seven Dials. Anything here look interesting to you? The Eye. How many times you got to make this movie? How many times? All right. Sisters. Do you think I should watch that one? Spelled with a AS instead of ER?
No,
No, you don't think
I
that would
damn
be
ain't
for me?
watching that bullshit. Hell, it ain't for me.
A bunch of big old fat sisters.
Probably.
Well, it's not my thing. Some dudes like it. That's not my thing though. The Rip actually looks pretty good. It's police that come across a bunch of money. We've seen this story before. And do we do our job or do we steal it? Because it's just right there for us to take it. Um, I don't know what that is. Don't care about Scream. Tron Ares bombs so hard. The new Muppet Show. Have you seen that? Ooh, I don't know. Should I click on it? It's gonna upset me, isn't it? It's gonna upset me. I know it will, but I'm gonna watch it. Oh God. Alrighty. Let me see, because some people are saying it's like, maybe. All right, classic. Old Muppet Show, very classic. All right. Dun, 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 dun. It's from Seth Rogen. Already we're in trouble.
Yeah.
But it does look like the old classic show. Oh my God, Seth Rogen. That's right there's going to kill it for me, though. I can't stand that guy. He's such a bigot. He's such a hateful shit. This is that Michael thing. I don't know. This guy doesn't look anything like Michael. What's the deal going on with this? Let me put the CC on here. No, I guess it is supposed to be Michael Jackson biopic, but this guy is like a Latino or something. He doesn't look anything like Michael. This is from Joe Blow, so this is official. Yeah, why would you pick a guy who doesn't look like Michael Jackson at all? He doesn't even, he's not even a black guy. I mean,
I had a
Michael,
similar complaint with the Bob Marley biopic, but they seem to have been fine with it.
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he doesn't look anything like Michael at all. I mean, Michael, I know he bleached his skin and shit, but he's still a black dude, very black dude. I mean, I mean, they're mulatto, all pretty much all blacks in America are mulatto, but he's a black guy. This is literally a Latino guy. He has the name Jackson. Yeah, dude, you don't look anything like Michael at all, not even a little. They're literally browning up Michael. Do you see what they're doing? They're browning him up. Yeah, so this is a biopic. I'm sure the kid's going to move great. He looks good moving. But yeah, no, don't care. Don't care. Anyway, what was I looking at? Yeah, I think this put me off, didn't it? Yeah, I don't care about. I can't stand Seth Rogen. Are you a fan?
If he'd have shut his fucking hole like 10 years ago
Right.
and just stuck to it and just stayed in his lane, he wouldn't get nearly as much hate as he has brought upon himself. But
That's true.
no, he can't shut the fuck up.
Well, good dude. He's a bigot. A lot of these guys just say what they think people want to hear in Hollywood. He's different. He is a bigot. 100%. It is what it is.
Yeah.
He's one of those true believers. Grizzly Knight. We're remaking that, are we? Really? Grizzly Knight, if I'm correct, was one of those old really bad B movies that had one of the more controversial sex scenes in it in movie history. If I'm thinking of the right movie, I think I am. All right. Well, Mother of Flies. At least there's a few things here that are catching my eye, though, that might be interesting, though. Much better in the past couple of years, at least in visually. My wife likes this Night Manager with Hiddleston. Have you ever seen it?
No,
Yeah, it's kind of
nothing
like.
like that.
Do you know the
No,
storyline of the Tailor of Panama? Do you know the story of that?
no, nothing particular.
He's basically a tailor in Panama, but he gets recruited by the American government to be a spy. That's the story of Taylor. That's it. That's the story. This is very similar. He's a night manager at a very expensive, exclusive Swiss hotel, and he gets recruited. Same idea. Yeah. I haven't paid too much attention to it, but my wife likes it. But my girls, they like Tom Hiddleston. They're a fan of him. So
Yeah, the ladies love Mr. Hiddleston.
they do. Good for Mr. Hiddleston. Um, there were some things that I could have chose from. I didn't think it would be as interesting. There are a couple articles here talking about having Marvel and Star Wars crossover. It's like why and why. Um,
Why?
uh,
They're both in shit shape.
yeah, it's really weird. Zack Snyder is still trying to push. Hey, you want Snyder verse back, don't you? Don't you? Don't you?
No,
They're rebooting Baywatch. Why? Stephen Amell, the guy from Arrow, is going to be the new hottie, I guess. Is he a hottie? I don't know, girls. Yeah, I guess he is.
I don't know. I
He
guess
ain't.
that as
Well, dude, he's no David Hasselhoff. I mean, come on. The Hoff is the Hoff,
nobody
dude.
nobody is the Hoff.
That's true. That's true. Old Pamela Anderson there. Henry Cavill is to join Game of Thrones, Knight of the Seven Kingdoms season 2. Why? Okay. Here's
Mm.
another article talk about a crossover. It's stupid. Terminator Zero canceled. Okay. Transformer the movie turns 40. They're apologizing.
I
Why
hear,
did?
Chester.
Yeah.
I'm back, by the way.
Yeah.
I hear that Knight of the Seven Kingdoms is really, really good. Like genuinely, what we've been waiting for. Hope fantasy that isn't miserable.
Right.
Like it used to be, because it's supposed to be fantastical, not a misery simulator.
Right. Right. Now I might check it out.
Yeah, I hear it's really, really good. The main character is extremely likable, charismatic. He's what you want. He goes on a hero's journey. He's virtuous. He's noble. All the things that a knight, the archetypical knight is supposed to be.
Well, I heard the House of the Dragon was good until it wasn't.
Yeah, House of the Dragon's just more of Game of Thrones slop. It's just misery porn. That's really all it is. That's all Game of Thrones is. I get that people like it, and I get that it was good for a while. It was. But at the end of the day, what are we selling here? We're not selling hope. We're not selling virtue. That's for damn sure.
No,
What are we doing?
No one's good. That's true.
Yeah.
I agree. But yeah, maybe it's worth checking out. Transformers the movie is 40, and people are getting upset. Are still upset about the killing of Optimus Prime. Spoilers. I don't know why. We were just talking about how they didn't kill John Wick correctly. They killed Optimus perfectly in that movie.
I
exactly
agree.
how heroic death, man. It was great.
It was completely unnecessary, and Rodimus was never good. Like, I mean, they had like some in season 3. They tried to flesh him out more, but it did not work.
I understand.
Some certain characters are just irreplaceable.
That's fair.
That I agree with. I think there's a reason they brought him back. I think they were right to bring him back. But I think that the scene itself, as its functionaries, was a lot better than John Wick's.
Yeah, it was. And it was shock to all of us when they killed Optimus Prime. It was a shock. But I actually think I like it, actually.
I mean, it is a great scene. It is a very dramatic scene. Like, the badass line of Prime standing across from Megatron saying, "On this day, one shall stand, one shall fall." With Megatron responding, "Why do you wish to throw your life away so recklessly?"
Yeah.
Transformers had way better dialogue than it deserved. Yeah. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Now, this is a new video game coming from Star Wars Galactic Racers. Now, I remember
actually looks good.
It does.
It looks fun.
And I remember back on the Xbox that they had the Pod Racer game, and it was fun. I enjoyed playing it.
I had it on the Nintendo 64. It was really fun.
It was. So this looks like
I'm just gonna
extended.
Say, I love any chance I could get to fucking fuck up against.
Yeah. But this looks like they're just expanding on that. Yeah. You'll be able to race more than just pod racers. You'll do bikes and maybe space races.
In the movie they talk about it's not necessarily officially a race, but they do talk about how fast the Millennium Falcon is and how impressive it is. Like, you could expand on that and turn it into an actual racing league of ships. That could be fun.
Why not? And Star Wars has its own look, right?
Right.
And look at this. It's just like the Pod Racer game, dude. Look at it.
Mm-hmm.
It even has the same kind of twirling animation. 20 years later.
More than 20.
More, yeah.
Yeah, because it fucking worked.
It did work. It was great.
And people have been asking for years, why don't you make another one of those? And they just never answered the question. So here's the answer. They're going to do it.
It only took them 25 years.
Mm-hmm. Well,
they got there.
In that Pod Racer game, you did have where you could build up your ship, build up your reputation. There were non-racing stuff you would do. This
Yeah,
I
it was a
would
game.
hope would be even more involved.
Looks like it has a story from the trailer. Looks like there's some
Yeah,
kind of
but
storyline going
you
on.
should be able to build your ship up, maybe create your own little league or a little fleet or something like that. Yeah, cool. Rock on. Let's see here. This is I don't know what that is. More trailer. A lot of trailers today. And there was just stuff that I didn't care about. Don't care about that. Don't care about this at all. Who gives a shit? Anyway, let's go ahead. Perfect timing over here looking at Box Office Mojo and see what we got. All
Oh
right.
God, Wuthering Heights. This is
Now,
the
Whole
story that
lot of
refuses to die. Wuthering Heights.
well, to be fair though, I did watch a review on it, and
Hmm.
it seems like they actually did tell the story of Wuthering Heights because spoilers.
Yeah,
I
but
can.
did they make it miserable? Because it's not supposed to be a love story. You're not supposed to glamorize this relationship. It's
No,
supposed to
it's
be
they're
tragic.
these are horrible people. These are
Yeah,
horrible, rotten
monsters. These are
people,
monstrous
and
people.
fate comes back and bites them in the ass. Justice is
Yeah.
done. And they do this in the movie. They do.
Okay. Good.
So,
Good.
as they should. Margot Robbie is playing one of the bad people.
Hmm.
And in the end, they get their comeuppance. So good on them, dude. Because this is a lot of ladies are going to watch this like they watch 50 Shades of Grey because there's going to be a lot of sex in this. Margot has got to the age where she's just going to put that pussy out there. And that's what she's doing,
Yeah.
right? They get to
Hmm.
that age where they put that pussy out there or they retire. So that's what she's doing.
Or they
So
get retired. But yes.
or what have you. But
Yeah.
just like 50 Shades of Grey, the men are like, why? But it's just like most women will yell and scream about rape, fair enough, as they should. But then they all have freaking rape fantasies. It's
Yes.
we women are weird. Anyway,
They are.
this is one of those things, and a lot of women will go for that. But the Wuthering Heights story is about people not being honorable and betraying themselves and everyone around them and getting justice for it. That's what Wuthering Heights is.
Hmm.
Right? It's a good book. I was one of the books I had to read, right? And it's actually a good book because sure, it's salacious, but they get their comeuppance in that story. That is the point, right?
It's quite brutal.
It is brutal, as it should be. But this movie seems to stick to that really well. So good on them for that. And 41 million in the pocket, dude. That's made money. That made
Yep.
money because nobody in that movie has any kind of demand of high money. Margot's the biggest thing in it, and she ain't pulling that kind of money. Let's see, Goat. All right, it's an animated thing. Small goat with big dreams. This has got to be Disney. No, it's Sony. Gets a once in a lifetime shot to join the pros and play Roarborough. All right, so a little animated movie trying to capitalize. It's not a great start, really. We know these things cost stupid money, particularly out of Sony. You guys interested in watching a little goat become the best animal football player of all time?
Eh,
not
not
really.
particularly. No.
Not really.
Mm-mm.
I
Crime
mean,
101. Yeah.
there could be worse things that come out, but no.
Yeah. This right here, I didn't expect to make much money, although I don't think it's very expensive. It's got Halle Berry, who is way smarter and way better than what's the Thor dude name? What's his name?
Chris
Hemsworth.
Hemsworth.
Hemsworth is a thief, but it just looks annoying, and I don't think anyone's going to watch it. As we can see, it didn't really hit. Send help. Like I said, this movie's getting a lot more. I have to go watch a better review on this and see why everyone's loving on this. Let's see. Solomio is the one I want to see. It didn't make any money though. Should I even touch it? Ooh. That
Look at
didn't
it go.
move.
Oh,
It
it,
didn't
it
move much.
feels like it's finally stalled out.
Yeah.
Wow.
But dude, it's
Since
still
November
It's still top
26th.
10, dude.
November
It's
26th of
crazy.
last year is when that came out.
It's
What about
crazy.
Avatar?
Avatar. Yeah, it stalled too.
It beat Avatar, folks.
It did.
A little movie about zoo animals.
And he's 500 million below what he needed to break even. He needed to have $1 billion in the pocket for that movie, and he's not going to
Yep.
get it. But that's what you get when you spend so stupid amount of money on stuff.
Mhm.
And because I'm conflicted, I love the fact that he's moving cinema forward because he is doing that technologically. But then again, we've had the conversation here. For what? It's for naught. Look what AI is
Yep.
doing, dude.
Yep. He's just making AI better.
Yeah, he is. Let's see here. Good luck, have fun, don't die. It's an interesting name. Didn't make any money. Alrighty. Let's see here. Iron. Let's see how Markiplier's doing. How much did he spend making this Grimlock? It's like $5
3
million,
million.
right?
Got 3 million.
3 million, 3 million.
Right.
And he's 21, 20, 22 million in the pocket right now.
Yeah.
Oh, Hollywood's going to hate on this guy so bad, dude. I have a feeling he's about to have a scandal hit. Someone's going to accuse him of something. You
Yeah,
know how they
probably.
are. You know how
Oh
they
yeah,
are.
yeah.
This is a biopic about no, it's not. Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie. What? When they're playing. So this is some Indian thingy. Okay, okay, guys, good job. Cold Storage sounds like a horror movie. Oh yeah, no, we saw the trailer for this. We did see the trailer for this. It's got Liam Neeson in it. It's not made any money
Yes.
though. Let me look at it again. No money at all. No money at all. Holy
Yeesh.
crap. The mortuary assistant. Science graduate takes a night job. Okay, it's a horror movie. Oh boy. Only 208 theaters though, but that's still pretty low for that many theaters. Everyone, why do they bother to drop it in cinema when you know they're going to sell it to Shudder or Netflix or something like that? What do you guys think? What's the point of putting it in the cinema? Just to qualify for an award, which you're not going to get? They hardly pay attention to
Hmm.
horror movies at all, dude. I mean, what other
No.
purpose would you have to drop it in the cinema when you know this is going to be sold to streaming? So what's the point?
I don't know,
Anybody?
maybe just to see. Maybe just to see. Test it out. See if almost like a focus group. See if they can. If it'll. Because sometimes it happens. It's rare, but sometimes it happens. They drop it in a few cinemas here or there. It catches, and they run with it.
It happened.
So maybe that
Terrifier.
was it.
Terrifier.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
that is a good example. Terrifier did that. And of course, the third one, which second one's the best so far for me. The third one was fun. The third one is where they made all their money, though. And the fourth one has come out, it's going to bang because all of the fans are going to go watch that immediately. But the word of mouth has gotten around. More and more people are going to go watch Terrifier. The fourth one is going to be a money maker. Let me check out the Terrifier series and look what kind of money we're looking at here. Let me check it. What do you mean there's no Terrifier? May I just, they don't like the word series. Are you being pedantic on me there, search bar? Okay. Here we go. So Terrifier, the original. Now, of course, it did show up in an anthology before that. I know. This made not a lot of money. Okay. 420,000, 200,000, but for the cheap, low budget thing, it was enough to get them to make the second one. And the second, this is the I don't know what that is, but this is the second one. It made 15 million. Oh, nice, big hit, right? Made some money, and then this Terrified 3, whoa, whoa, $90 million, dude. That is
Yeah.
$45 million in the pocket for something that's definitely under 5 million, 100% under
Hmm.
5 million. So big money, and the fourth one's going to make more. It's going to make more.
Hmm.
And this one, they got successful enough with this that they were able to have all kind of cameos, including what's the ugly Howard brother's name? Um, Not Ron Howard, his brother,
Yeah, I know. I know who you're talking
who's
about. I can't
actually
remember his
been in
name.
way more movies than Ron. But he was in it. Sabini did a cameo in it. It was great, dude. The fourth one is going to make so much money, dude. Good for them.
Ron usually stays behind the camera.
And he's good at it, to be fair. I mean,
Hmm.
Ron Howard, he's pretty good at keeping his mouth shut, just doing his job. He should talk to his daughter a little bit. But
Well,
you got to keep. Well, Ron Howard though is an American icon.
yeah,
He just is. You say, well, he's not the greatest director ever. He's, no, but he was
He did
freaking
he,
Opie. He
he
was,
did shit talk the fans when Solo bombed.
he did, but I said mostly. He's not as noisy as others. Like Spielberg has become kind of noisy, hasn't he?
he's a
Or
whiner.
George when he gets his, a freaking
A Jewish
his
guy
panties on his
whining?
ass.
No, that's just
Yeah, that's
stereotype.
fair. That is fair. But I'm just saying, Ron Howard was Opie, and he was also Richie Cunningham. End of
Yep.
conversation. Two of the biggest TV shows to ever hit America. And he was a very pivotal part of both of them. And then, of course, he's going on to make some really good movies, too. Matter of fact, let me kind of take a look at what he's done here. What is Ron Howard? What's his filmography as a director here? Yeah, but he's eternal because of who he is.
Yes. Ron Howard, there he is. Look at him.
Yeah.
Look at
This
him
guy.
go.
Was he in the Waltons too? I didn't know that.
I think he just had
A
guest
cameo.
parts.
Yeah, did a cameo. Yeah. Let's see here. Producer, don't care about that. Actor, well, he did 92 as an actor. I didn't know that.
Where's his director credits? Are they up?
I must
Go
have
back
skipped
up.
past them. 8 as a writer, 92 as an actor. Didn't know he did as much. And produce. They don't have directors.
Where's his director credits? What's going on here?
It's very weird.
Minimize that
Well,
real quick.
we'll look at it, producer, because I mean it's the same thing really when it comes to him. But look, it's a stupid list, dude. Look at all the shit he's involved with. This is a Hollywood guy, and he has spent his whole life in it, and he's essential to it. Oh, the Burbs. I like that. You see, they're
There we
remaking
go.
that with a black woman.
AI gave me a little list here. Here's the key ones, probably the most
Please.
important ones. He did Splash, he did Cocoon, he did Willow, he did Parenthood, Backdraft, Apollo 13, Ransom, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the 2001, A Beautiful Mind, which is an amazing movie, Cinderella Man, which is an amazing movie, Da Vinci Code, Frost and Nixon, Rush, and he did the Solo movie. And in all honesty, the problems with the Solo movie really aren't him. The
No.
problems with the Solo movie is the guy they cast to play Han, isn't Harrison Ford.
No,
And he's
they
nothing
made
like
some
Harrison
dumb
Ford.
choices as well. Yeah, you're right. And also,
Yeah.
he did the Burbs as well, which has become a
Yep.
cult classic in America.
Yep. He also did J.D. Vance's movie, the one about his book, Hillbilly Elegy. He did that
Oh,
too.
wow. Hollywood must hate him now.
Oh, well, apparently not. Well, that was before J.D. Vance was known and hated, though. He was just an up-and-coming guy at the time. And that filmography alone, what I just read there, that's not even all of them. He can make some movies. Some of those movies are absolute classics of my childhood. Apollo 13 was one of the biggest movies of all time.
Yeah.
Backdraft is huge. I remember watching that all the time.
Yep.
Cocoon was huge.
Yep.
Obviously, A Beautiful Mind and Silhouette Man are my two of my favorite movies
Cinderella
at different
Man, yeah.
points in my life. They were my favorite movies. That was during, but that again, he's great and all, but he also glommed on to the greatest actor alive, at least when he's in his zone.
Russell Crowe.
No. Russell Crowe. When Russell's on, nobody touches him. It's not even close.
That is true.
He had 5 years there where he just took all the awards. He just had them all. He just scooped them up.
He did. But Ron Howard is very important to cinema. He just is. And it's kind of weird because he doesn't get the overwhelming, gushing of love that, say, someone like a Scorsese or someone else gets. And I think
Right.
he's way more important than Scorsese or any of those, or Kubrick or any of those. He's done way much more as far as just movie cinema in general. Way
Well,
more
and he's
than
done
that.
a lot more variants too, where those guys typically stay in their lane. He's gone
They
all
do.
over the place.
and he's also an American icon because of the characters he portrayed as a kid.
Right.
He's Ron Howard, dude. He doesn't get the love he deserves. He really doesn't.
No, I agree.
Like the
I
guy who
do
just
agree.
got murdered by his son, which does suck. The really noisy guy. What was his name?
Rob
Um,
Reiner.
what was
Reiner,
that?
yeah. Rob
Rob
Reiner.
Reiner.
Rob Reiner. Now Rob Reiner's done a lot of stuff too.
Yeah,
But
he's great. He was a
nowhere
great
near Ron
director.
Howard. But yet he gets way
Mm-mm.
more credit than Ron does. Why is that?
I think it's because he was so outspoken about
Maybe.
politics, his whole thing, and not that Ron wasn't, but he wasn't at that level, right?
Uh,
We know his
hardly hear him make.
proclivities,
Yeah.
but yeah, but we know what he's about, right? Even though he's not Rob Reiner. Rob Reiner was more of an activist than he was anything else. His whole career in Hollywood, that's what he was.
Well, it's like Seth Rogen, who's doing the new Muppet
Yeah.
Show. It looks good, but fucking Seth Rogen's involved with it.
Yeah, yeah. And then Reiner spent the last decade of his life just obsessed with Donald Trump. Obsessed. Trump wasn't wrong. That he was obsessed with Trump. Obsessed. And Trump's over here like, bro, I don't even really know who you are. Go make a movie. What are you doing? Calm down.
Yeah, but Ron's filmography is way beyond Reiner. He's
Mhm.
beyond most people. Actually, there's very few directors that are in his caliber. I mean, honestly, he's up there with like Steven Spielberg and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Um,
I mean, just
but
the list I just read you off is crazy
it's
when you think about it.
ridiculous, yeah. And there's way more than that. And of course, he's been
Mhm.
acting, and this guy is Hollywood, Ron Howard.
Mhm.
But nevertheless, that's what I got for you. So
That's it, folks.
happy Valentine's Day, belated for all of you, those who do Valentine's stuff. I actually had a really nice Valentine's Day dinner with my wife. It was also a meeting, but it was nice. It was a couples. It was all a bunch of couples,
Aw.
so it was nice. And had some good food. I enjoyed. What did you do for Valentine's Day, Thunder?
Oh, well, we were blessed by the Lord above. The weather decided to stop being miserable for a day.
Oh, nice.
We got a nice 50-degree day in February, and we went out and enjoyed it. We went for a nice long walk. Then we just went junking, with like thrift stores and stuff, and just walked around. We didn't even I think we ended up getting like stuffed animals for the dog to chew up because we buy them from there. So he can just chew them up and we don't have to worry about it because it's not expensive, a couple bucks for him.
Yeah.
And other than that, we just, hung out. It was great. It was a great time. See, when you marry the right person, Chester, as you know, just
Yeah.
being with them is more than enough.
Oh yeah, quietness
It's just nice
is
to
good.
be with them.
Quietness is good. How about you,
Speaking of
Grimlock?
which,
Yeah, go ahead. Grimlock, did you do anything on Valentine's Day?
I had tacos.
You had tacos.
Excellent.
You need to get you a
Excellent.
woman, Grimlock. What are you doing?
he doesn't want one of those.
Living a
Have you seen him?
headache-free life at the moment.
You just got to get the right one, dude. It's nice having women around, dude. Like to have them around.
It can be nice but
nice.
they can also be miserable, and it's a crapshoot, Chester. Nowadays it's a crapshoot. It's
That's
big
fair.
time.
That's fair.
Big time headache. These women.
I don't know though. I've always had women around me, so
Yeah.
I don't know not having a woman around.
Even what's funny is I was kind of the same way. Even like in high school and stuff, obviously I had bro friends, but I usually would hang out with the girls more than I would the guys for whatever
sure.
reason. I just they liked being around me, and I wasn't complaining.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Or I didn't even give it a thought, but yeah, no, for sure. But yeah, no, I like having women around in general. They do stuff. It's handy.
It can be nice. I will say that. But some guys, I'm not saying Grimlock is one of them, but I'm just in general. Some guys just aren't women guys. They're not interested. They don't find them amusing like you and I do. They're just bored of them. They find them boring and annoying, or confusing and annoying, and that's basically the same thing.
Yeah, I suppose so. Booster, what are you talking about? Sex is easy, dude. That's easy. That's not the issue. That's not the conversation. You can go have sex anytime you want.
Our boy Booster, Chester, you need to give him a congratulations. Our boy Booster has
Yep.
made a big life decision. He is back in school. He is learning film production.
Sweet.
He started doing the editing thing, and he really likes it. He big time ups to our boy Booster.
That's
It was just
awesome,
his
dude.
birthday. His birthday for us is Valentine's Day. It's the 15th. So he's kicking ass. I'm very happy and very proud of my boy Booster. He's doing good.
That is good. I'm glad to hear it, dude. Definitely, find something you like and dig into it, man. And the great thing about
What,
going to
why not?
school too is after you finish, they'll help you find a job, dude.
Yep. At least
That's
not
what
in
those
America,
places
not
do,
so
man.
much, but
Well, I'm just saying that's what they do. That's a good way to get a job is to go to school
yeah, you'll
because
meet
they're
some
all
people.
connected to those schools, right?
Right. Yeah. No, I'm real happy with our boy Booster. 2026 is an interesting year. So far, it's been a hell of a year. Crazy things have happened. Things nobody saw coming. It's been fun.
Yeah,
Been a
no, that's
fun
great.
time.
Good for you, Booster, man. Good to hear. And you're trying to find more things to do. I'm looking for ways to not do shit at all.
Chester, there's this magic bullet. You see, you load it up in your gun and you use it. You fire it, and it's spelled. It's a very simple, spelled with 2 letters, N and O.
Yeah, I
Just
know.
say no.
I'm
Just say
horrible
no.
at that, dude. I'm horrible at that.
Like, nah, man, I can't right now. I'm busy. I got stuff to do. No.
I don't know what it is with me, but I'm real bad at that. I should just do it. I mean, I got the ego to do it, right?
Yeah.
But I just don't.
Definitely, yeah. No one's going to argue with that. Yep.
Well, I mean, I definitely got the ego. If I put my foot down on something, you ain't budging me, dude. Right?
Yeah. No, I'm the same way. I'm hard to move.
Yeah. But I don't know. I'm just real bad at saying no, man. But honestly, it's in this case, I'm busy. I'm going to be busier, dude. I'm going to be on planes more, as if I'm not enough already. But it's
Yeah.
basically free money, man,
Yeah.
and it's good.
I mean, that's the
money.
best kind. That's the best kind. The free kind. You can get your
Yeah.
hands on that. That's where you want to be.
Because they literally have hired me to be a consultant.
So just to talk to them, you just got to
That's
tell them
right.
things.
So I don't have an office I go to. I have no work hours whatsoever. I just,
Yep.
when there's a business meeting, which always involves food and alcohol, I am to be there and to schmooze. I'm getting paid money to schmooze at
So
different
you're
places
their
around the
token
world.
white guy, is what you're telling me.
Hey, dude, and they're paying me for it.
Yeah, I hear they do that in Asia.
They
I
do.
didn't know if it was real or not, but apparently it is.
And it's actually way more pay than just what they're paying me because free hotels, free dinners, free alcohol, free everything.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. I don't know if I do, but I said yes. The problem is that several of them want to hire me, and I'm not really sure on the etiquette on that. Because why not, right? Because they're basically hiring me to deal with foreigners, which I'm good at doing. Because they're not good at dealing with foreigners. I am. So I don't see it would be a problem for me, taking multiple contracts.
I mean, as long as there's no conflict of interest, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
What's the issue?
The question. I don't think there would be much.
People do that.
'Cause
Consultants, that's what they do.
Because the school, I don't need to be. I'm there because of why not, but I don't need to be there because the lady's got that. The university, I've been winding that down anyway. I sold the production company, right? I could just remove myself from all this other stuff and just travel on airplanes.
You could.
I
Be a
could just
consultant.
do that.
A lot of people do that, bro. Make good money. Just they get contracts, get clients, and tell them what to do because they can't figure out their problem.
Yeah.
The easiest and best way to make money is to solve other people's problems. That's it. That's the secret.
And I'm real good at dealing with rich people. I got a knack for it. Yeah. So
well, you're as pompous as one, so it works out.
There you go. Well, that I mean, you joke, but actually, when I go to I don't care who's sitting in front of me. It's just a person.
Yeah, just a human being.
Right? I don't
beats red blood.
I don't fan out on people. Like I was talking about, I really enjoyed spending time and talking with Jeff. He owns one of the biggest shipping companies on the planet. I mean, I don't even I would imagine what he's worth. But I didn't talk to him like that. He's Jeff.
He's just Jeff. What's up, Jeff?
And
What's up, buddy?
and I'm Chester. It was really that simple. But I'm
Jeff and
like that
Chester.
all the
That sounds like
time.
a bad '70s cop show. Jeff and Chester.
Jeff and Chester. I like Jeff, man. He's a really cool guy. He's a good old classic. What do they call what did Fred wear in Scooby Doo? What's that called? I forget.
A sweater?
No, the around his neck. What is that
Oh,
called?
ascot. An
He's a
ascot.
classic yacht ascot guy, man. I love it.
He's your people, is what you're saying to me. He's your
Yeah,
people.
no, Jeff's awesome, man. I like Jeff. He's a nice guy. And he was so down to earth instantly. But I am. I never act like an underling ever. But I also don't
Yeah.
act superior either. I don't sit there and act like you're beneath me either. I never do that. So I
Mhm.
don't know. That's probably why I can talk to these people, because they feel instantly comfortable.
It's the aristocracy in your blood.
It
That's
might. It
what
probably is. Whatever it is. But I don't know. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should just take all those contracts and become rich.
Do it.
Maybe
I
I
like
should
that
do
plan. And then give me some money.
that. Oh God.
Oh.
Yeah. You get in line, dude. Talk to my wife. I don't have any money either. You know what I got? If you look in my wallet, I have a credit card, which is pretty much all I ever use. And in the back pocket of my wallet, I have the ubiquitous emergency $100 bill.
Yep.
That's it. That's what I
That's
got.
all he's got.
That's all.
That's a lot of money in Japan, ain't it?
Well, it's a ichiman. It's not $100.
I see.
But I always I don't buy anything, and if I do, I just use the credit card. But I just don't spend money. So she's got all the money. And actually, the other day I was schmoozing and doing my thing, and the guy was laughing so much and having such a good time, and he gave me a raise right on the spot. And I was like, "Oh, great, thanks. I'm not going to see any of it. She is." So it is what it is. You should be a schmoozer, Grimlock. You could be a good schmoozer.
No, I am not.
Yes, he is famous for his love of people. Yes.
Just be gregarious. Anyway, thank you all very much. We'll see you next week. Couple days. Hopefully, are you going to be able to come this week? Last week we couldn't do it.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there for
cool.
sure.
We'll see you on
an emergency.
Bugbear's Basement. We gotta finish that storyline. Sounds like we got Dolmenwood coming back, and of course we got GSP working something up too. Can't wait. It's gonna be great.
We've been threatening it this whole time. I was going to tell you if Dolmenwood comes back, cool. But I was probably going to take a break after this campaign.
Sure.
Just for a little while.
Yeah, sure.
But if he comes back for Dolmenwood, then I'll keep playing because I'd like to get back in there and get at it. We were having a good time.
Yeah, I had a nice. I liked my character, my little goat man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was cool. He's got to get married, or did I get married?
He does.
Already?
I think you did. I think eventually we did do his wedding. Well, we didn't do it, but we said he did. He had done it.
Yeah. He married his very wholesome, because he's a paladin. You see, he's a
good boy.
Guy. He's a good guy. Yeah,
good boy, goat. Good goat boy.
Good goat boy. I usually don't play the good guys. I play people that are slightly conflicted. But not
the game that we've been playing on Saturdays that Bill was DMing for us on Saturday because he has free time on Saturdays, so he was doing it for us. Is basically like a house rules game that we took off of like Dragon Slayer. But I play a paladin in that, and one of the things in that rule set for a paladin is they're not allowed to have a lot of money. They can only have up to 100 gold at a time.
Piety.
So I make sure of that. I try to role play it and try to, be a good boy. Be a good boy paladin. He's not greedy.
Well,
let people kill people for no reason.
Church all the time. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. It's fun.
It is
good time. Well, the other thing I'll do is when we're in town, I always make sure that he goes to the little temple or whatever it is there, and then I have him work there. Basically, we don't always RP it, but that's how he gives his tithe back. Is he does it with service.
Oh, that's good. But also, when GOP finally does do his thing, I'd appreciate if you come in and play with that a bit too, just to give him some encouragement. Because
see what's going on.
I think he'd be good at it, dude. I feel he would be. But nevertheless, come on back for that. Grimlock, what you got?
Nothing, man. It's midway through February.
It is.
Right? What happened?
Time flies.
Yeah, hopefully it'll warm up because I need some warmth. It's cold. tired
It's
of it.
coming. You got to have some big freeze here the next couple of weeks, and then all of a sudden, some spring will be there. So
It was 53 degrees here today. I said, all right,
nice.
I'll take it. I was in shorts. I was happy as a pig in shit.
Yep. Well, we had a warm day, and then it got cold again. But it's it always breaks. Summer, you get a real hot day, and then boom, you start coming into fall. Same thing with winter; it gets a real cold day, and it breaks, and you start coming to spring. It's just the way it works. But nevertheless, thank you guys, and Thundero, dude, take us out of here.
I'm going to do Chester's favorite one because I like it. The master is not the one who completes his training. The master is the one who never, ever stops.
Namaste. Later, everybody. And stop doing stuff to dicks, Booster. Jesus. Later.